2019 Georgetown Eagle Regional Final Baseball on SHN Sports, made possible in part by A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair, Bob Holt, author of the book Cowboy, Brennan Remodeling, Central Texas Business Association, Courtney Home Inspections, Gateway Mortgage Group, Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair, Georgetown Jewelry, Home Away from Home Pet Care, Ida Edwards, Realtor, Joel and Jackie Holcomb of Advocare, Mahan Roofing, Minuteman Press of Georgetown, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Program Insurance Group, and Specialty Restoration of Texas. Thank you for your generous support of Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Woohoo.
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special. But there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games, too. Like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all? We need more qualified high school officials here in Texas. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Rob.
Yeah.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to Balfour, Baylor Scott & White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Spalding, and Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community, and enjoy the game.
2019 Georgetown Eagle Regional Final Baseball on SHN Sports, made possible in part by A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair, Bob Holt, author of the book Cowboy, Brennan Remodeling, Central Texas Business Association, Courtney Home Inspections, Gateway Mortgage Group, Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair, Georgetown Jewelry, Home Away from Home Pet Care, Ida Edwards, Realtor, Joel and Jackie Holcomb of Advocare, Mahan Roofing, Minuteman Press of Georgetown, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Program Insurance Group, and Specialty Restoration of Texas. Thank you for your generous support of Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports.
Well, a pleasant good afternoon, friends, and welcome to another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball live this afternoon from College Station, Texas, at the beautiful Olson Field at Bluebell Park here on the campus of Texas A&M University. Welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm Rob Hipp alongside my good friends Dennis Allman, Galen Welnicki, Nathan Hyde up here as well, alongside our good friend Joshua Harris and David England, as always, doing phenomenal work with the camera. Today it's Game 3, winner take all. Georgetown won the coin flip last night. They will be the home team as they will face the Magnolia West Mustangs, who lost their first playoff game of the season last night to Georgetown. Game 1, Magnolia West took Georgetown 2-1. Game 2, it was a Georgetown 9-6 victory, capitalizing on errors, but the bats were hitting hard for Georgetown last night. Dennis, we've got to see more of the same. It is set up for a great winner-take-all game here this afternoon.
Oh, Rob, it actually is good to be here along with you and Galen and the rest of our team to bring our folks this ball game. But this ball game will start out the same way with Magnolia West will be the visiting team, as you said, so they'll bat first. They'll be looking to try to get some runs early, just like Georgetown did yesterday when we put a 5 spot on the board. But both of these two teams, excellent ball clubs. We're throwing Jack Brindley in this afternoon's ball game. Jack has been stellar for Georgetown all year long. We'll see Zach Wall. Zach Wall will come from shortstop to the mound. Basically what we could tell from Zach Wall yesterday, he's got a very live arm, probably got a pretty good breaking pitch. But their infield will change dramatically as Ibarra will move over to third, Van Winklen will move to short, and Brady Huckfeld will come in and play first base for the first time we see him. The rest of their ball club will look the same. But Georgetown will be in those camo uniforms, playing everything just as we do, folks, with an opportunity to pull this thing off and win that coveted trip, if you will, to the state finals next week at the Dale Diamond, Rob. So right now we got a great ball game on hand. Folks are filing into the park, both sides of the stadium. It should be a good crowd and a good day, a beautiful day for baseball. My goodness gracious, is it here on the campus of Texas A&M University. Just a beautiful day, and can't wait to get this thing underway.
We're scheduled for a 1 p.m. first pitch. Of course, we like to get started a little bit early, bring you a pregame so you know what's going on. Galen, as I've said 2 times already, now the 3rd time, this is a winner-take-all. You better win or you go home today. We're set for a good one, though, as Georgetown will face another very tough and competitive effort that we know is on the way by Magnolia West, my friend.
You got to jump out early. As Dennis said, and keep their bats under control. See what we can work off their pitcher, who hasn't had a lot of work in the playoffs. They've rode their 2 studs all the way, and he came in and relieved the first game with Nederland and got the final out in the first game with Nederland. So he's a good hand, and they've got 4 pitchers, and their first baseman that they played in the previous game was what was his name?
Elwinger.
JP
Elwinger.
Yeah.
And we knew on the Georgetown end, Dennis, we would see Jack Brindley out there for the Eagles. He'll start things tonight on the hill for Georgetown.
Well, Georgetown following the same pattern that we did against Santa Fe last week as Christian Murphy started. And once again, folks, let me tell you what a wonderful job Christian Murphy did Thursday night. In a 2-1 loss, but an outstanding job that Christian Murphy did. And then last night, of course, Grant Wood, as he always has over the last couple of weeks, coming in to pitch Game 2. And just stellar last night with Jared Pierce. I like to call him JP sometimes, and we had JP Elwinger, but with Jared Pierce coming in, basically doing an outstanding job, and then Ryan Courtney finishing it last night. Got a little dicey in the top of the 7th, but right now, if I had to pick an arm out to go into Game 3 as a Georgetown Eagle, I'd love to have Jack Brindley on the mound, and that's what we've got tonight.
We also want to welcome in all of the Magnolia West Mustang fans that are joining us, even though this is a broadcast for Georgetown on SHN. We always want our visiting teams to make sure that they are welcome. We sincerely appreciate the humbleness and the hospitality and just the good folks there from Magnolia West. We have talked to several of their fans and even some of the kids after these games. Just a wonderful community. Again, Magnolia West, welcome into this broadcast as well. We'll quickly go over how these teams got here and kind of what we're set up for today. Of course, Georgetown Eagles out of 18-5A here in Region 3, finishing the season on a good note with back-to-back four-time district champions. Their record after the win last night, 39-4-1. Of course, under head coach Adam Foster, his 7th year, assistant coaches Dusty Brindley and Jordan Vieira. Back in 2018, 32-11, they reached the regional semifinals. How did they get to this point here today? Well, we'll talk about that. They beat Pflugerville-Weiss in one game. Every other series, 2 series after that, actually, College Station and Porter went 2 games. And then Santa Fe Indians, Georgetown dropped that first game back on May the 23rd, 6-1. Picked up the next 2 wins, 2-1 and 4-2. Returning starters for Georgetown this season, Cole Posey, the shortstop, Jeffrey David, who always plays over at third base, Jackson Seosin, who has not been here in the postseason run due to an injury, but he is down there with the team. We sincerely appreciate the Seosin family and the energy that Action Jackson brings to this team. Noah Thompson, Grant Wood, Jack Brindley, and Wyatt Childress. For the Magnolia West Mustangs, out of 19-5A, 31-6 after the defeat last night under head coach Justin Fawcett. His second year as the coach. His assistant coaches, Justin Beasley, Logan Wilson, and Justin Woljovac. In 2018, 14-13, they were 5-9 in 6th place, did not make the playoffs. This has been an incredible turnaround season for Magnolia West. Their returning starters, Connor Phillips, Zach Wall, Austin Maddox, Dylan Van Wicklen, Willie Ibarra, and Carson Carpenter. The Magnolia West Mustangs, all of their series up until yesterday, they were perfect in the playoffs until that loss yesterday to these Georgetown Eagles. They played the Willis Wildcats, Pflugerville Panthers, Tomball Cougars, and Nederland. All of those series, 2 games. Again, Magnolia West took the first game in this series here in the regional finals 2-1, and then Georgetown with a big victory 9-6 last night. Georgetown trying to get out of here and get that state. Both these teams, quite frankly, trying to punch that ticket to the state tournament. The final 8 teams here in regional, then we'll head to Round Rock next week.
Absolutely, Rob, and it'll be interesting to see how Magnolia West responds early in the ball game, having taken that first loss coming into yesterday's ball game. I feel confident that they felt pretty invincible, Kevin coming in 9-0. But Georgetown has been through the 2 out of 3 series where we had to go 3 games with Santa Fe last week. And so as you take a look at the overall scope of things, Georgetown has been in this particular spot right here last week against Santa Fe with a really solid, strong 4-2 victory over Santa Fe to get to here. See how Magnolia West, how they respond today. It's the first time they've gone 3 deep in the tournament.
Well, after Georgetown in their throwback 1917 jerseys last night, they'll return to their camo jerseys here this afternoon. The camouflage tops, the pants in white pinstripe, and then the numbers as the American flag, a beautiful, always camouflage jersey. Hard to see the numbers, but I love them nonetheless. For Magnolia West, they'll be in their maroon jerseys, white pants, with the numbers in black outlined in gold. And that is how the uniforms will start things here. The field out there, Dennis, you know the stadium. We know it pretty well now. We've been here quite a bit, but a beautiful facility as they are getting the dirt out there. A little bit damp getting it ready for this one.
It is, and it is an absolute beautiful facility. We saw a couple of instances last night where the configuration played into the game, where down the left and the right field lines, the configuration of the field cuts back in, so it immediately knocks the ball back into left field, and it's hard to take the extra base sometimes, especially going first to third. So 2 instances at least last night, both with Mag West at the plate, that I think cost them able to advance because the ball never got to the corner. Difficult to get the ball in the corners here at Olsen Field at Bluebell Park. It is 330 down the lines again, 375 to left center, right center, and 400 to straightaway center. Rob, that makes it a big park, one of the biggest parks that we played on. So a lot of room in left center and right center that if you get the ball in the gaps, you can run.
Well, we'll go over the lineups as Magnolia West making their way out right now. For Magnolia, they will start things in the top of the innings here as the away team. Batting first, the shortstop, number 2, Dylan Van Wicklen. Batting second, the right fielder, number 7, Carson Carpenter. In that third spot this afternoon, the pitcher, number 8, Zach Wall. At the 4, 5, and 6, the third baseman, number 10, Willie Ibarra. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 9, Connor Phillips. In that 6th position, the catcher, number 16, Brody Zako. The 7, 8, and 9, second baseman, number 1, Mason Swiderski. Batting 8th, the first baseman, number 11, Brady Huckfelt. And batting 9th last, but certainly not least, the left fielder, number 5, Austin Maddox. for the Georgetown Eagles, playing in the bottom of the innings as the home team. They won the coin flip last night, as we talked about at the beginning of this broadcast. Leading off, the third baseman, number 7, Jeffrey David. Batting second, the center fielder, number 13, Wyatt Childress. Batting third, the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. 4, 5, and 6, the left fielder, number 10, Ty Tilson. The designated hitter, number 6, Wesley Dixon. The right fielder, number 17, Noah Thompson. 7, 8, and 9, first baseman, number 9, Grant Wood. Batting 8th, the second baseman, number 11, Zach Whittington. And batting 9th, last but certainly not least, Dennis, number 24, A.J. Vasquez. And again, Brindley will be on the mound. Boy, excited here at this beautiful facility. Yesterday, not a cloud in sight. Today, we've got some cloud cover. They put the tarp back down over the field last night, but no rain, and we should be clear. We'll, of course, talk to Doppler Dave through this one on the weather.
I think we're just moments away as the lineup for our Eagles are now coming onto the field. Wesley Dixon over along the line is a DH. He'll DH for Jack Brindley. And we're moments away from that, the national anthem, as you and I both like to say, both on the air and from the PA, as we honor this great country of ours. So we're just moments away, folks, from our national anthem.
After the anthem, there was some defensive changes for the Magnolia West Mustangs that I'll let you describe and go over, Dennis. But for now, we will send it over for our country's wonderful national anthem. Stay with us, friends. Eagle Baseball continues in just a few moments. Another beautiful playing of this country's great national anthem. Dennis, you said it earlier. Couldn't be more proud to be an American. The United States, our servicemen and women, and all of those, and not just the armed forces, but that serve us publicly, thank you for all that you do to allow us the freedom to be here today to do this.
All right, again, Jack Brindley on the mound. Jack with a good, strong outing against Santa Fe last Saturday, as he went 4 2/3 inning. I suspect in today's ball game, of course, folks, we talk about this a lot of times. It's all hands on deck. Every pitcher, every individual that's capable of going this ball game for both sides, for Mag West and for Georgetown, will be available for this ball game. This is the winner take all. This is the game that if you're a youngster and you're listening in and you're playing Little League baseball, you're early in your high school baseball career, this is the game right here that you live for, because it's the game that gives you the right to go to the state championship for your state in your classification, whether it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6A. And this is it right here. And Georgetown stands tall, stands proud as they are looking to get us back home from College Station. We'd like to get back around the corner, so we just drive over to Round Rock. But this is what it's all about. I'm proud of these young men that are out there right now, so proud of them. I've watched these kids play over the years, so very proud of this Georgetown Eagle bunch. And look forward to get settled in here, folks. Hope you settle in for a good ball game and get you, as I like to say, back at home.
That's right.
Get you something to drink, something to eat, settle in. We got a good ball game coming. I just don't know where the concession stand is here in this park. I can't tell you how to get there. But I will tell you, folks, that settle in. These next couple of hours will be very meaningful to not only your Eagles, but to the Magnolia West Mustangs.
Well, Jack Brindley, 55 2/3 innings pitched this season, 13 games played. He started all 13 of those games, 11-0 his record, as he will take the hill today here in this critical winner-take-all Game 3. He's allowed 11 runs on 29 hits. 5 of those runs were earned. He has walked 19, struck out 55, sent 5 to the tattoo parlor, as I like to say, on the hit by pitch. That'll put him at a very good .629 ERA. Jack Brindley on the mound, and leading off for Magnolia West will be the shortstop number 2, Dylan Van Wicklen. And Dennis, here we go, buddy.
All right, Van Wicklen with his first 2 hits in yesterday's ball game had gone 0 for 3 in the opening ball game, so 2 for 3 last night.
The first pitch of Game 3 on the way, hit foul into the back of the net just in front of us. We're here on the third deck at Bluebell Park. A strike, 0-1 early count on Van Wicklen.
As the Mustangs were early in the ball game yesterday, aggressive on the first pitch, swinging first pitch.
Second delivery, this one hit hard foul off the first base line, well beyond the berm. No one out there, well, 2 people, cameramen out there today. There was kids rolling yesterday, the count 0-2.
Those kids will get back out there in a few minutes, El.
Brindley, left leg up, third pitch, right hand, swing and a miss, and he'll start things with a strikeout on Dylan Van Wicklen.
Very nice off-speed pitch from Jack Brindley. He's got a good one, folks. Set Van Wicklen up very nicely with the fastballs. He's unable to catch up with it, fouled him off, and then got him on the curveball.
It'll bring up second in the order the right fielder, number 7, Carson Carpenter. His 4th at-bat of this series. He scored 1 run on 2 hits, struck out once as well. That pitch to the outside, the first ball to Carson Carpenter, 1-0 count.
Carpenter with 3 hits in the series, very solid with the bat.
Brindley takes a deep breath, right-hand fastball. This one hit foul off the third base line and well out of any type of play. The count even at 1 ball and 1 strike on 1 out.
Eagles looking to get right through the first part of this lineup for Mag West here in the top of the first to come in and get a shot to get some runs on the board in the bottom of the innings. How we got the momentum our way, and it stayed our way all day long yesterday.
Jack Brindley with the composer. The pitch on the way, too low for a ball, 2-1.
Wide shoulder shifted just a little bit to the bag, left side of the bag, but all pretty much straight away in the outfield.
Brindley's next pitch, another one hit hard. A good battle here for Carson Carpenter as he finds himself on a 2-2 at this at-bat. Expect to see Brindley with quite a few breaking balls, something that we've talked about as he worked on it a lot in the preseason this year, and he's used it throughout the season. It's been effective for him. 2-2 right-hand delivery. This time the fastball, and he got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Georgetown's Jack Brindley.
Pitch on the inside corner that Carpenter gave up on. He's asking the plate umpire where was that pitch, but he gave up on it. A nice pitch by Jack Brindley. What a start for Jack Brindley with 2 quick strikeouts. If it's all right with you, Rob, we'll run through our infield right quick. It's pretty much the same, but Grant Wood now at first, Zach Whittington at second. Over at third is Jeffrey David with Cole Posey at short.
Zach Wall, the pitcher, now at bat. He'll chop this one foul off the third base line. Bounces just in front of the Eagle dugout there on that guard. The count 0-1, Dennis.
Across the outfield, Ty Tilson in left, Wyatt Childress in center. Noah Thompson is in right with A.J. Vasquez, who we spoke so highly of yesterday, doing an outstanding job behind the plate. And, of course, big number 15 on the mound.
0-1 pitch to Wall, 2 high to the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away here in the top of the first.
Good solid infield here for your Eagles. Zach Whittington coming in and doing an outstanding job at second base.
1-1, even delivery. Swung on and missed here to bring it to 1-2. Was going to mention Zach Wall here in his 4th at-bat of this series. He scored one run and 1 hit. He has been walked once and also struck out once. Brindley trying to get the second strikeout here.
So Jack looking very comfortable on the mound right now. Very solid.
1-2 pitch. This one up the middle. It'll take a bounce over second base, and that is a base hit for Zach Wall. He'll single.
An infield single, but again, good hustle by Zach Whittington. It's sliding to keep the ball from sliding into the outfield. The only problem was the slide took him away from the bag with no opportunity to make a play at first base. So the first hit of the ball game does go to the Mustangs.
Zach Wall picks up his second hit of the series. It'll bring up 4th in the order, cleaning up Willie Ibarra in his 5th at-bat. He scored 1 run on 1 hit, struck out once in 2 games.
Ibarra with really good power. Doubled off the left field wall back in game 1.
If Ibarra can get a hit here, the center fielder Connor Phillips on deck, patiently waiting. Pitch high to the inside, 1 ball, no strikes here on 2 outs. Brinley a pick attempt over at
really
first.
Really good move.
Runner barely safe in just the nick of time. He's got a pretty good leadoff over there at first. You know that Brinley is going to keep a look over that left shoulder, Dennis.
Georgetown's ability to keep runners close has been very effective throughout this series. Big pickoff yesterday on a wheel play, first over to the third to get the put out at third, which broke up a huge rally that the Mustangs had going.
It's a humid day here in College Station. I've seen Jack Brinley wipe his brow twice now with that left sleeve. This delivery on the way, too high. 2 balls, no strikes on Willie Ibarra. A runner over at first is Zach Wall, who singled moments ago. Another pick attempt. And boy, almost out of the reach of Wood there. Luckily able to grab that one. Otherwise, that could have been a runner advancing over to second on an error.
Oftentimes, when you talk about humidity, you talk about how slick that ball can be, and that one just slightly got away from Jack.
Next delivery on. Swung on this one, a little check swing, and gets a hit on it, and a tag unassisted over at first for the third and final out. Good job by Wood, able to field that one easily. And in this inning, Georgetown taking care of business on the offensive ends of things first. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on base as Jack Brinley strikes out 2 to start things. We'll keep it right here, Dennis.
Right, really nice start right there from Jack. 2 strikeouts, a bleeder, if you will, up the middle that never left the infield, and then a check swing put out. So just an outstanding job right there by Jack Brinley. That's what you want to do, Galen. That's the start we want. That's what we want to do is shut them down inning by inning by inning. This is one of those games that it is inning by inning by inning. Georgetown coming out on top in the top of that inning.
One of the more important things, I don't know if people realize this, in this game in the dugout is Chad Hennessy and his assistant. They've already put a cold towel. They've already put a towel on Jack's head. And their primary job is to keep the pitchers hydrated and cool. Because on a humid day like this, it's a necessity.
And that's an outstanding commentary on our training staff. Is Chad and us have done a fantastic job. We had a chance to speak to them last week during the Santa Fe series to give our folks a little bit of an insight into exactly what you just said. And can't say enough about our training staff and how they kept these kids not only prepared, but they're ready to go.
We just lost the feed there just for a few seconds, but everything is back on here. I know some folks on the YouTube stream chatting about that. We apologize. Just had a little power glitch, but we've got everything back up and running. We don't have the backup generator here, but I'll tell you what, we're going to keep this game going regardless.
There you go. Even if we have to pedal, huh? Is that what you're saying there? Oh, pedals, we can do it. So you said a while ago, Rob, as we moved into the bottom half of the inning that the lineup looks a little differently in the infield for Magnolia, as Zach Wall will move from shortstop. The big right-hander will move over from shortstop to the mound, and that changes the configuration of their infield. Brady Huckfeld has come into play first base. The left-hander, our first look at him, he pitched last night late in the ball game, but our first look at him actually on the diamond. Mason Swiderski is now coming in at second. He DH'd and played right field in this series. Willie Ibarra, who's been at second, moves to third, and then moving from third over to short, where Zach Wall has done a stellar job, will be Dylan Van Winklen. And again, their outfield with Austin Maddox, Connor Phillips, and Carson Carpenter stays the same as last night. And an outstanding catcher, Brody Zako, is behind the plate. And again, the right-hander on the mound has but one job, and that's to try to settle this offense down for your Eagles, as yesterday we put 5 on the board the top half and the bottom half, of the first inning. Eagles would duly love to put a run or two on the board right now. Back to you, Rob.
Jeffrey David will start things. It'll be David, Childress, and Posey here in 2 games. 7 plate appearances, now the 8th for Jeffrey David. He's been at bat 6. He has scored 1 run. He is absolutely due here in this series. A big hit over to center. This one should drop. It's going deep, and that one will drop over at right center. Jeffrey David was due after 7, and he will round second over to third. Jeffrey David sliding and diving in time. The triple for Georgetown's Jeffrey David, and the Eagles coming alive early.
Never got a chance to share the thought that right now Jeffrey David has probably hit the ball, Rob, as hard as anybody on our ball club, and had come up empty-handed on 6 at-bats. That changed right there. Momentum already immediately into the hands of your Eagles. And this is a game, believe me, of momentum. It will be that way all day long.
Brings up second in the order, the center fielder, number 13, Wyatt Childress. 7 appearances, 6 at-bats. He's had 3 hits here in this series. All of them have been singles. The first pitch, though, to the inside off of the right arm of Wall is a strike, 0-1.
Eagles duly love right now in any way, shape, or form to plate the first run. The infield for Magnolia West is back, so they're giving up the run.
Next one is hit over and in foul territory, hops up, and he is out as the catch was made by Ibarra.
It was a foul ball, though.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, bounce one time.
Okay,
so.
Thank you for that, Dennis.
Yeah.
I was kind of ducked down, and I didn't see it hop down.
That's a strange play because the ball hits hard on the dirt, and it looks like a pop-up, but it was foul ball all the way.
0-2 the count. So we got a little camera outage over there with David. We'll try to get that fixed. This one chops over to short to Van Wicklen, and that'll bring in a run, an RBI for Georgetown's Wyatt Childress. He will be out, but that does score the first run. Jeffrey David getting on the board early.
Understand, if you will, that was the only job that Wyatt had to do. A base hit would have been nice. A base hit would have been sweet. His job was to go ahead and put the ball in play to the middle of the infield, and he did as Dylan Van Wicklen was back deep, had no shot at all at the plate, and your Eagles already, folks, have jumped out 1-0.
Brings up the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey, for these Georgetown Eagles. Right-handed batter. This one across the plate for a strike. Posey wanted it, checked on it, and the count 0-1, 1 away.
Already looks like our strike zone might be just a little bit wider today.
The 0-1 right-handed pitch. Oh, man, that one looked a little close, but Cole Posey may have been leaning in a little bit. 0-2 count.
Yeah, good little breaking pitch from Zach Wall. Wall's job now is to hold the Eagles at 1 run. As momentum builder always gives you that first lead, and Eagles have gotten it.
0-2 swung on and missed, and Cole Posey will strike out swinging for the second out here in the bottom of the first.
Seeing a little bit of the action on the breaking pitch from Zach Wall. It's a good one.
Brings up fourth in the order, left fielder number 10, Ty Tilson. Who has 1 run in this series, 2 hits. 2 RBIs for Georgetown's Ty Tilson, a right-handed batter. A little bit of time. Now he's in the box and ready. Wall left leg up. His delivery, the fastball across the zone for a strike, 0-1.
Since Jeffrey David's triple to start the ball game, Wall mixing his pitches up very well. Fastball, curveball, maybe even a changeup in there.
We have David's camera back up now. Thank you for that. 0-1 pitch. And another one in the zone there. Dennis for a strike, 0-2.
Rob, if you want the weather report, it's so hot, the wireless receiver down here is hot to the touch.
Maybe what's causing it.
91 degrees on the board out there.
0-2 pitch. This one hit hard and out of the reach of the third baseman, just over his glove, and about 4 feet from that third base line as it rolls into the grass, and that's a base hit for Georgetown's Ty Tilson.
A timing play that Willie Ibarra just leaped a little bit too quick. The funny thing was the ball wasn't hit as hard as you thought that it was, and so as Ibarra goes up, the ball was still kind of floating. So Eagles still alive here, and as David likes to say, we can go with 2 outs, folks.
Fifth in the order, designated hitter Wesley Dixon. A pick attempt over at first. Diving back, Tilson is safe. Wesley Dixon at bat for Georgetown here in this series. One hit was a single. He has scored 2 runs, struck out twice, and he's reached on a walk as well.
Wesley's hit yesterday a key single in the big 5-run first inning as his base hit moved Tilson over to third, and he eventually came in to score.
This one is hit over to short, takes a bounce. Van Wicklen throws the dagger to first, and a routine out over at first will do it. But Georgetown getting one critical run on one hit. No errors, one left on base as we are through one. Georgetown leads 1-0 here in the 2019 5A Regional Final. We'll step aside and thank some of our wonderful sponsors. SHN Sports coverage continues in a few moments.
Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports, made possible in part by A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair, Mandy Murphy. Cell phone and tablet repairs, including screens, charging ports, batteries, buttons, and more. Online at a1phonerepairs.com. Bob Holt, author of the book Cowboy. Pick up a copy at Lark and Owl Booksellers on the Square in beautiful downtown Georgetown. Brennan Remodeling, Jeff Brennan. Building equity since 1988. Email brennanremodel@gmail.com for all of your remodeling needs. The Central Texas Business Association, your go-to source for products and services from ethical businesses in Central Texas. Online at centexbusiness.org. Courtney Home Inspections, Chris Courtney. Whether you are buying or selling a home in Central Texas, Courtney Home Inspections is your go-to home inspector. Dedicated to customer service, a Central Texas Business Association ethical business member. Online at CourtneyHomeInspection.com.
Back in action as we start things. We're through one, top of the second coming up. David England, we'll send it down to you very quickly. Field conditions and more. You talked about it being hot down there, my friend.
Yeah, the field conditions, they did mow the grass. And I just wanted to say something about the dirt real quick. This isn't your average dirt. It's more like gravel. But I'll have your weather here in just a little bit. You caught me off guard.
I like to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, Doppler Dave caught off guard. No, he's just rearranging him, getting the right information out. That's all.
We'll go to the 5, 6, and 7 to start things here for the Mustangs of Magnolia West. Leading off, the center fielder, number 9, Connor Phillips.
Rob Phillips, one of 2 that went deep yesterday.
First pitch on the way.
Off of Grant Wood.
To the inside, but got him on that corner actually for a strike here, 0-1. Connor in his 5th at-bat of this series, 1 run on 1 hit. He has 1 RBI. Brenley's next right-handed delivery. Too far away. 1 ball, 1 strike to even the count, Dennis.
Phillips, the winner of Game 1, as he pitched a 2-hitter in the 2-1 victory.
Next pitch, this one, hard hit over to left, and Tilson able to make the grab, and the sunshine, and the Eagles 1 out here in the top of the second.
Rob, there comes a point in any ball game that the more and more you hit the ball hard and the more you hit the ball right at somebody, the frustration begins to grow. So right now, great job by Ty Tilson, although the ball hit directly at him. Not a routine play, but still a very nice play by Ty Tilson for out number 1.
Rob, it's
Yeah, go ahead, David.
Rob, 90 degrees feels like 100.
Whew, my goodness. Brody Zako, the pitch on the way to the lefty. That's in the zone for a strike, 0-1 on that one.
There's not much wind today. It's wind's about 5 miles an hour, but it's mostly cloudy.
First pitch chopped foul at the plate, so no balls and 1 strike.
Next delivery on the way to the lefty, swung on and missed, 0-2.
That, I believe, is Jack's really good changeup. Mixing his speeds up really, really well. Has Magnolia West hitters off balance through the first 5 hitters.
0-2 to the outside, brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dennis wanted to mention we've got a good friend up here in the booth with us today. To our right, Mr. Barber, thank you for being here, sir, as he's been busy doing 2 graduations this year.
I'll tell you what. And can count pitches like nobody else. Isn't that right, Steve?
That's right.
He can count pitches.
I wore this all night. That's not 2 graduations.
2-2. The next pitch was to the outside.
We talked a little bit about y'all at 8 o'clock last night, knowing that y'all were busy.
Brindley left leg up, the next right-handed delivery. And this one again, foul in the – or called a ball here, Dennis. 3-2. A little low. I didn't catch that until the end.
I was kind of watching the plate umpire, never threw his hands up, so I believe it is 3 balls, 2 strikes.
First payoff pitch of the afternoon will come to 6th batsman Brody Zako. Pitch on the way to Zako. He'll hit hard foul into the third deck to our left, and the count still remains 3-2. The battle starting for Zako.
We talked yesterday about how wonderful that commencement was at Eagle Field yesterday morning at 10 o'clock for our Eagle seniors.
Next pitch, this one. Over to Copo. Wow, Copo makes the grab at his ankles with his left glove for the out. Great play by Cole Posey. We're 2 away.
Good reaction by Cole. First, I think Cole was going to take it on the hop, but realized that he could take a couple more steps in, catch it right at his shoe top. So almost like the catch that Watt Childress made last night to end the ball game.
Ooh, you caught it there in the last second.
Yep, just came right off the top of his shoes.
Mason Swiderski now at bat, a lefty here for Magnolia. Late swing. This one goes foul off the third base line. The early count 0-1, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Eagles lead 1-0 with Magnolia at bat.
Swiderski, even from the 7-hole for Mag West, has swung a really good bat, 3 for 5 in the series. Scored a run in that 3-run uprising they had last night.
First one to the second pitch to the outside. 1-1 count on Swiderski. Brindley's 1-1 on the way. This one will chop over to Whittington at second. Throw to first, routine play, third out, 3 up, 3 down for the Georgetown Eagles. They'll hold the lead at 1-0 as we move to the bottom of the second here in a few moments. Stay with us, friends. Eagle Baseball continues.
Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports brought to you in part by Gateway Mortgage Group, Matt Morrow. Gateway Mortgage Group, your local residential lender. When needing lending, remember, borrow from Morrow. Online at borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair. Joe Bob. Complete and professional automotive maintenance and repairs from ASE certified technicians. Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Automotive Repair is your one-stop auto shop. Visit them next to Mel's Lone Star Lanes in Georgetown. Georgetown Jewelry, Ricky Poe, dedicated to customer service. Georgetown Jewelry is your locally owned and operated jewelry store. For all of your jewelry needs, go by and see Ricky Poe and his wonderful staff, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center off Williams Drive and online at georgetownjewelry.com.
Welcome back as we're through 1.5, bottom of the second, coming up here live from College Station, Texas. Rob Hipp alongside Dennis Allman, Galen Welnicki. Eagles lead 1-0 as they will be back at bat for the second time this afternoon. In the 6, 7, and 8, it'll be Thompson, Wood, and Whittington. Dennis, a good start for Georgetown on both sides.
Absolutely a good start, and a good start for Jack Brindley as he's kept his pitch count down. Very economical inning in the top of the first inning with no runs, no hits, no errors. The thing he needs to do in order to get deep in this contest is to limit his pitches, and he's done a great job with that here in the first 2 innings. Take it over for Noah.
Thompson, the lefty, pitch from the right hand of Wall to the outside for a ball. 1-0 count here on Thompson. Someone was asking earlier if we have a pitch count. We don't here on the screen, but periodically we will mention those as we get a little bit deeper into this game. So don't worry, we'll have that information for you. The 1-0 pitch. This one got the corner for a strike, 1-1. Good pitch by Wall. Just underway here in the bottom of the second on a beautiful afternoon in College Station, Texas. As Wall glances down once, the pitch on. Noah Thompson will have a base hit up center. Drops right in between Swiderski and Phillips there at second and center. And that is a leadoff single for Georgetown's Noah Thompson. Doing work here when he needed to, Dennis, and getting in this series. That'll be, from what I'm seeing here, correct me if I'm wrong, his first hit.
It is his first hit. And the thing I was going to say with Noah getting that first hit, that's how Noah goes. Noah goes by the key first few at bats. And if he gets hot, look out, folks. He can ride one out of here. So good job by Noah Thompson.
Seventh in the order, Georgetown's Grant Wood takes a little bit of time as he steps out of the right-handed batter's box here in his 6th plate appearance of this series. His 5th at bat.
Probably going to lay down a bunt. Eagles looking to play add-on a run or two at a time. He changes it back.
Pulls back, swing. That one stays fair.
No, it's foul.
Oh, man.
It's foul.
I got to look at that on the replay. I thought it hit past that third base bag. That,
No, it's foul.
I'm going to take a look at that on the replay. It looked like it hit right in front of the third base bag and bounced off of the umpire. Let's look at that on the replay. That's what I saw. That's why Foster is frustrated. I can see him, and he knows what I apparently saw down there, Dennis. Look at this on the replay if we have it. If we got that angle, it may have been too quick. Unfortunately, we didn't have the angle. That's why Foster is upset. Exactly where he's pointing is where I saw it. It bounced, and then it bounced off the umpire there at third.
He's going to check with the plate umpire, but one of the things you have to understand there is the umpire himself is about a foot in foul territory. So they're going to talk it over. Now, the first and second base umpire can't help at all, but they're still coming in to talk. But the ball can hit there fine, Rob, but what happens is the ball goes outside the bag. So it's where it crosses the line short of the bag. So
and where I saw it was a little bit above the bag, and that's what Foster was stating.
Yeah, but but if you look at it in the right perspective, it could not have hit the umpire and been fair. And it hit him a foot to the left of the bag.
Yeah, I'm just looking where
I don't like it. I don't like the fact it's foul, but look where he's at. The ball can hit. It can hit in front of the bag, but if it doesn't cross the bag, which it can't, and hit him.
Yeah, and I think that's what Foster was stating.
Yeah.
Kind of what I saw was it was from here. It looked like it was a little bit above that bag, and then it bounced.
I don't disagree with you that it hit in fair territory before it crossed the bag, but as it was crossing the bag, it came out and hit the umpire in foul territory. That's about the way you read that. I don't like it, but that's what happens.
Regardless of where it's at, it is a foul. 0-1. Georgetown kiddos over there weren't too happy with that one, Dennis, but you got to play through it.
I think the third base umpire walked down and said, Adam, remember, a ball hit you over there a while ago. Yesterday. So this game is quick, folks. It happens very, very quickly.
0-1 the count. Pickoff attempt over at first. Thompson is safe. No outs here in the bottom of the second.
We'll look to see if Adam goes back to the bunt here as he had Grant square around. As Ibarra charged, he took the bunt off.
The 0-1 pitch off the right hand. Bunt placed up, and this one will go foul just shy of the first base line. Dennis counted 0-2 on Grant Wood. Coach Foster is still pleading with the third base umpire out there, Dennis.
Well, that's one of the toughest calls in the game, both at first and third, to be quite honest with you, because everything can look fair, but in a certain way, for it to hit that umpire, it has a hard time crossing that bag. The bag is what counts.
0-2 pitch to the outside. And luckily there for the catcher, Zako, it got out of his hand as the Union Pacific train on its way to Bomber Stadium, right behind it with that beautiful Dennis, I always got to mention that. Union Pacific, they always fly that beautiful American flag on the side of their locomotives. 1-2, another pickoff attempt. Pretty unique that we've been able to call several playoff series now where we're right next to a train.
Yeah, that's the nature of this area up here, it seems like.
It's 150th anniversary of Promontory Point,
1-2 pitch on the way. This one popped up, and Phillips over at center in the sunshine will make the left-handed grab, and where that one fell, the runner will not be able to advance over to second. We're one away here in the bottom of the second. Eagles lead 1-0.
So far, Rob, it seems like virtually everything that's been close has sort of gone against your Eagles throughout this series. So that builds a little bit of frustration. But right now, Zach Whittington stepping in. Zach swinging both a good bat and playing good defense in the series.
Zach Whittington, amazing in this series, an .800 on-base percentage here for Georgetown. We talked to him earlier in the season. Zach Whittington trying to get some insurance papers here for the Eagles, put his runner into scoring position. And this pitch bounced off the catcher, and that'll advance Thompson over to second.
Now that's exactly what Georgetown needed right there, as Grant was unable to move him to second. Now he is in scoring position. with two good sticks in Zach Whittington.
Pass ball on that one. The count 1-0 for Georgetown, Zach Whittington. A little bit of time called here. Whittington lets the home plate umpire know he just wants to readjust. Get about a second to shake down back there and get back into action. Good lead off for Thompson over at second. The right-handed pitch on the way to the outside. Thompson's going to have to get back over to second. 2 balls, no strikes on Zach Whittington.
Eagles with a golden opportunity, having potentially lost a base runner, only called down to third earlier. Would surely like to plate Thompson to add on to this 1-0 lead.
2-0 pitch on the way.
Out
of the zone as it stayed low, 3-0 the count. Hey, wanted to say a special hello to our good friend, Coach John Carter over at Round Rock, joining us here on the YouTube stream. Appreciate you, Coach. Always good to see you and the excellent work you do with the Round Rock Dragons. 3-0, glance 2 back over to second. This pitch in the zone for a strike on the 4th pitch. 3-1 the count, 1 away. Someone was telling earlier, and I saw it pop up on our chat here as I glance at that every once in a while, Dennis. Someone saying hit the train. Man, that has to be a special prize if you are able to hit the train. And then maybe if there's a car coming by and you landed in one of those cars, that's even more of a prize.
Yeah, you hit the train. That's about 500 feet. So I want to see the youngster that hits that train.
I saw Scotty Bryant hit inside a boxcar one night here in Texas.
Eagles looking to add a run here with a base hit. Good speed at second, Noah Thompson.
Quick glances back over to second. This one hit up over to the shortstop, Van Wicklen. He'll throw over to third after bobbling it for the second out. Runner, though, will advance Whittington over on the choice to first. Thompson is out. A little bit of a bobble there by Van Wicklen, Dennis, but he finally got down and was able to throw to Ibarra just in time.
Well, and a simple thing that caused Noah to go ahead and break was the fact that Van Wicklen did bobble the ball, but just not enough time for him to get to second. So with 2 down in the inning, A.J. Vasquez steps to the plate.
A.J. Vasquez, first pitch to Vasquez is a ball. A.J. Vasquez's family always joining us here on SHN. Appreciate the Vasquez family. 1-0 count, 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Eagles holding on to that 1-0 lead.
Get down, ball.
Over to center, diving and making the grab. Wow, what a job by Phillips over at center for the third and final out. Got to give Phillips credit there. A nice grab. We'll see it on the replay here, Dennis.
Was a very nice play.
In this inning for Georgetown, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll step aside. Georgetown Eagle baseball continues.
Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports brought to you in part by Home Away from Home Pet Care, Wendy Zubek, a family-owned and operated facility for private pet care in Georgetown. Over a decade in business with the goal to provide a fun, enjoyable, and stress-free atmosphere for your pets while they are separated from you. We want them to have a vacation too. For more information, visit homeawayfromhomepetcare.com. Ida Edwards, Realtor, a legacy you can count on in real estate. Ida Edwards has worked in the Austin real estate market since 1975. She has witnessed the ups and downs in the market, gaining her volumes of knowledge in the Central Texas market. Visit Ida Edwards online at idaedwards.com. Joel and Jackie Holcomb of Advocare. Joel and Jackie Holcomb are one of the top-ranked Advocare distributors, focusing on customer service to help you find a healthy journey. Search for Joel and Jackie Holcomb on Google for more information.
Welcome back to College Station, Texas, Olson Field at Bluebell Park as we start things here in the top of the third. Magnolia West back at bat. We'll start with the 8th and 9th and then go back to the first. It'll be Huckfelt, Maddox, and then back to the top of the order with Van Wicklen. Dennis, Georgetown defense playing good so far.
Yes, they are. Jack Brindley pitching an outstanding ball game for the first 2 innings, having retired 6 of the first 7 batters that he's faced, the only base hit was really a weak ground ball up the middle that never left the infield. So Jack Brindley is on his game right now, as we will see 8, 9, and 1 for the Mustangs here in the top half of the third inning.
Brady Huckfelt will start that here for Magnolia West. And the first pitch, a ball to Huckfelt. I don't believe he's been at bat in this series.
He hasn't pitched only, so his first plate appearance in the series, playing first base.
1-0 right-handed pitch, hard hit over to center. Childress may hand it off over to Thompson. We'll see. Thompson in the sunshine, right glove up. The sun on his shades, able to make that grab over at right. 2 pitches, 1 out.
Nice job again by Jack Brindley to come out and get the leadoff batter. Stifle any kind of rally that the Mustangs might try to put together. So good job by Jack. Takes a big, deep breath. Back behind the mound, steps up with 1 out here in the top of the third. Moving right along.
Austin Maddox, pitch from Brindley. Inside for a ball. 1-0 count here. Austin Maddox, his 5th at bat of the series. He has 1 single hit. Next delivery from Brindley. That time got him in the zone. Good pitch there by Georgetown's Jack Brindley to even the count at 1-1. Brindley takes a breath. This pitch on the way. Chopped over. Posey will actually hand it off to David. David throws the dagger to first to Wood for the 2nd out.
Really nice job by Jeffrey David. Great communication between he and Cole. A play that Jeffrey makes almost routine. A ball not hit hard, coming across the diamond. So 2 quick outs. The beauty of this is that they bring up the top of their lineup, Rob. They got 2 down.
See there on the replay with David, and we do go back to the top of the lineup. Van Wicklen 0 for 1. First out was swinging on a strike back in the first. The first pitch on the way to the inside. 1-0. Early count on Dylan Van Wicklen. Bit of time here by Brindley. No need to rush. He'll now get set. Left leg up. Right hand delivery. This one low, but still swung in. A strike here to even the count at 1-1, Dennis.
Van Wicklen completely fooled on the off-speed pitch. Just sort of weakly waved at it. He committed and really wasn't anything else he could do.
He just wanted to say hello to it. A little friendly wave.
Yeah.
Brindley's next delivery. Pitch to the inside. 2-1.
Had a little authority on it.
Yes, he did. I think Jack's fastball is up a mile an hour or 2 today. Ouch. Got the bat.
Next pitch did hit the bat for a foul. Even count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Nobody on here in the top of the third for Magnolia West, trailing 1-0.
A pitch that rode up and in, but it rode up and in and hit Van Wicklen's bat.
Brindley, the sunshine on his back. This one hit on, chopped over to David. He's not able to make the grab. A good hit over to the left and a single for Dylan Van Wicklen.
Little seeing eye single that just worked its way through between short and third. Beauty again for Georgetown is there 2 outs in the inning because a good stick at the plate in Carson Carpenter.
Carson Carpenter, the lefty, second in the order, right fielder. Struck out looking for the 2nd out back in the first. He's got a runner, Van Wicklen, over at first, trying to put him into scoring position in 2-out territory. 93 degrees here today in the top of the third. Brindley will fake the pick attempt. Runner will dive back over to first. He's safe.
Good speed at first. Van Wicklen could be running with left-handed batter up.
Next pitch. Boy, got him there. Good pitch. 0-1.
Van Wicklen going nowhere at all sometimes with a left-handed batter up, blocking A.J.'s view. A runner on first could be going. Good pickoff attempt again by Jack.
Brindley holding the ball behind his back. Now in motion to the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Zach Wall on deck for Magnolia West. If Carpenter can get on base.
Both coaches really expecting a lot of running on the base runner, so a lot of pickoff attempts throughout this series has pretty much shut down the running game.
After a pick attempt, Jack Brindley will deliver. Too high. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Dennis, one of the joys of being at this facility, I just love, you look straight up from where we're at. You see Kyle Field right there at center, and then the McFerrin Athletic Center there to your right. Just a beautiful venue.
Oh, it really is. I mean, the views from here and around the campus are they're spectacular.
Good off speed by Brindley there to get the swing on the strike. 2-2.
Jack, who struck out Carpenter on a 2-2 pitch back in the top of the first inning, has done a very effective job with Carson Carpenter, who has 3 hits in the series. Time call by Carpenter at the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner on first is Van Wicklen. That's Carpenter trying to put him in a scoring position. The pitch on the way. This one popped up. Foul. Will it be catchable? David in foul territory, just shy of the running warning track, and he's got the grab for the 3rd and final out. Georgetown in this inning, the defense, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We'll step aside and take a quick break. Eagle Baseball continues.
Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports, brought to you in part by Mahan Roofing, Jesse Mahan, providing you with everything you need to make sure the roof over your head is safe, sound, and secure. A veteran-operated and owned business with exceptional customer service in Central Texas. Visit Mahan Roofing online at mahanhcs.com. Minuteman Press of Georgetown, Ty Gibson and Blake Nicholson. Your one-stop print shop in Georgetown is Minuteman Press. From business cards to brochures, signage and magnets, logo design, and just about everything you can imagine, Minuteman Press can help bring your business to life. Visit Minuteman Press of Georgetown online at mmptx.com. The Oak Ridge Disciple House, Joshua Harris. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a 501c3 nonprofit faith-based Christian character building ministry helping men 18 years or older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, Oak Ridge can help. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Find that light at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Through 2.5, bottom of the 3rd coming up. Georgetown back at bat. We go to the top of the lineup. David, Childress, and Posey, with Georgetown leading 1-0.
Rob Jeffrey David up after the leadoff triple and coming home on the ground out by Wyatt Childress for the only run of the ball game. But you get Jeffrey David hot in this ball game. 2 kids to me. You get Jeffrey David hot and you get Noah Thompson hot, and Georgetown can get on a roll because everybody else has been pretty solid throughout the lineup. So good to see Jeffrey getting a base hit and Noah getting a base hit in this ball game.
Wall on the hill, the pitch on the way. This one will chop over to 3rd. David going to try to beat it out. Can he get there in time? No, he is out. Good job by Ibarra, able to throw it over to first for the out.
It was a very nice play by Ibarra on a ball that was slowly hit. Jeffrey David, who can fly, just nipped him at first for out number 1. But good effort by both Jeffrey David to get down the line, Rob, and Ibarra on the play.
You know, it's 1:45 right now today, And an hour, 45 minutes into the game yesterday, we were barely in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, we had a long ball game yesterday.
First pitch on the way to Wyatt Childress is a ball, second in the order of the center fielder. He's got an RBI in this game. He cooked a steak early on that ground out that brought in Jeffrey David. Again, 1-0 count, one away here in the bottom of the third. Eagles with the 1-0 lead. Next delivery. Off speed, but out of the way. 2 balls, no strikes.
Magnolia West fans not happy with that call, thinking that ball ate the outside corner up. But from our vantage point, folks, it looked a little outside. So 2 balls, no strikes is the right count.
Wall in the shade now. Too low. Brings it to a 3-0 count. A lot of options here for Wyatt Childress.
Love to get Wyatt Childress home with 1 out with his speed. Wyatt, another one of those. It's just liable to look at the first baseman and say, I'm going to second. So won't be here long.
Wall likes the call. The pitch on the way. Oh, that's a pretty rarity there. Normally Georgetown doesn't take off running. They don't ever want to show up that home plate umpire. Childress took off as he thought it was a ball, but it was a strike, 3-1.
Well, it was within the strike zone area, but I thought it was a little bit high. But it's called a strike, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike.
3-1 to the A&M commit, Wyatt Childress. Delivery on. Childress will chop this one over. The third baseman, Ibarra, not able to make the snag. Childress will stand over at first. Dennis.
Yes, getting that runner on should be an error. Again, I really think that our official scorekeeper doesn't have error in his book because he's giving him a base hit. So,
yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, that's clearly an E5.
First pitch on the way to Cole Posey in the zone for a strike.
Every time I look back up there, all I see is hits going up, folks. I'm sorry, that was an E5.
Kind of giving up on the official scorekeeper, to tell you the truth.
A little more lenient in this series.
Wow,
they are.
I'm telling you.
That's why I don't want that job, Dennis. I would. You'd be knocking on the door saying, "What is going on, Rob?"
Well, the job official scorekeeper, I mean, they can go back and make that change anywhere throughout the ballgame if they review it or think about it for a few minutes.
Posey, I beg your pardon. Childress will take off over to second, and he's there.
That was a wild pitch.
That was a wild pitch.
So Childress will reach second on the wild pitch. Cole Posey in a 1-1 count.
Sneaky suspicion that Wyatt was going anyway, as that's normally his M.O.
Anytime it's behind the batter's head, it's a wild pitch.
Just about.
Unless you can miraculously turn around and somehow chop it still, Galen. You know, that'd be pretty neat to see.
Well, Eagles again with a runner in scoring position, trying to get a little separation in this 1-0 ball game. Pressure begins to mount on the Mustangs as they'll be batting at the top of the fourth.
Childress will take off over to third, and he will be tagged. And Dennis, I was just about to make a comment that Georgetown in the Santa Fe series was very liberal with trying to steal bases. They were conservative in these first 2 games, and right there Childress took off again, and I just think that one, I got to say, was ill-advised.
Yeah, that was a good move by Zach Wall that Wyatt thought he was going to the plate, which he would have had third stolen easy. But Wall with that high leg kick and that spin.
Pitch on the way to Cole Posey, and it'll go into the infield, and the first baseman will come all the way over. Huckfelt will make the grab for the third and final out in this inning for the Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We'll step aside thanks to more of our sponsors. Eagle Baseball, top of the fourth, coming up here in just a few moments.
Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports is made possible in part by Pregame Insurance Group, Doug Groves. Pregame Insurance Group is an independent insurance agency located in Central Texas that provides a broad range of insurance products and services from the finest carriers. Our top priority is to exceed our customers' expectations. Visit Pregame Insurance Group online at pigbcs.com. Specialty Restoration of Texas, Brent Parker. Specialty Restoration of Texas provides 24/7 emergency services for fire and smoke damage, storm damage cleanup, and water damage mitigation. We also provide remodel and reconstruction work. For more information, visit them online at srttx.com.
Welcome back. Top of the fourth, about to get underway here for Magnolia West, trailing 1-0. We'll go 3, 4, and 5 for the Mustangs, Wall, Ibarra, and Phillips. Wanted to remind everybody watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll be able to do a lot more things here on the YouTube channel. So again, thank you for watching, and please hit that subscribe button. It benefits you as well because you'll stay up to date with everything here at SHN Sports. Dennis, Georgetown defense got to continue to play good here against Magnolia West, as that 1-0 lead is not much.
Not much at all, but I tell you what, it's two good ball clubs, two good young men on the mound in Game 3, both in Jack Brindley and Zach Wall. Jack Brindley right now a little more solid with the 1-0 lead. Comes out for his fourth inning of work.
Right-hand pitch to the right-handed batter, too close to the inside on Zach Wall, who's 1 for 1. He singled in the first and was left stranded. The early count, 1-0.
A key inning right here for Jack as he faces, as you said, 3, 4, and 5.
Quick rhythm and delivery again, and another pitch too close. 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, we were joking. The train was going to Bomber. Now it's already coming back. It was a quick train delivery today, Dennis.
Didn't take long at all.
Brindley's the next pitch, and he finds himself behind as the pitcher now, 3-0. A lot of options here for Zach Wall. And Brindley's next pitch will hit the batsman. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. He would have reached on the walk.
Yeah, nothing worse than getting hit on ball 4.
So Wall will reach on a hit by pitch, brings up fourth in the order. The third baseman, number 10, Willie Ibarra, who is 0 for 1 as well. The third out, tagged over at first, back in the first.
Rob J.T. Phillips, number 15, will come into courtesy run.
So there is a JT and a JP on that team. Pick attempt as Brindley threw to Wood over at first.
Again, just trying to keep Magnolia West honest over at first.
Lee Ibarra patiently waiting Brindley's pitch. He'll throw a second pick attempt, and the runner's safe again as he threw to Wood.
Since our first ball game on Thursday night, when both Zako and Vasquez threw out runners, just changed the complexion of this running game for both ball clubs.
Brindley, his delivery, too high. 1-0 count. That is 4 in a row, and Dusty Brindley will talk things over with his pitcher.
Good time for a visit from Dusty. As we said, as Jack came back on, he went 4 2/3 innings against Santa Fe in this same kind of heat last week. So Coach Brindley coming out just to kind of calm him down a little bit. I can certainly, Galen, imagine for Jack that it's good to have Dusty pop out there right quick to talk things over, as I'm sure they've had a lot of conversations about what to do in these kinds of situations throughout their careers.
David, things still a little bit hot over there. As I see you, I just wanted to check too, and I don't know if our mic is on or not, or if you're muted. I don't have you for some reason. A little bit of action now. We'll see pitcher take off over there to the Georgetown bullpen over at left.
Eagles again in those camo uniforms. Hard for us to tell exactly who's got him. Oh my.
And the pick attempt here, he's safe.
Looked to me like he got him. If you got a replay on that, Adams coming out just looking for a little bit of help. I don't blame Adam on this. That clearly looked to me like to hit pick Phillips off at first. Folks, every out is a huge out in a game like this. You go back to the inning where Georgetown lost potentially a base hit down the left field line. And then that close call makes you feel sometimes like, what do we do to get a call? But quick visit from Adam. Whatever the first base umpire had to say, Adam doesn't agree, but accepts it. He has but one job, and that's to coach this ball club all the way through the 7-inning ball game or more. But that's his one job, and I love it when a Coach comes out, sticks up for his kids.
We got Reese Grimes in the bullpen.
I thought Reese would probably be popping up pretty quick. Still not sure. Reese is throwing more in earnest. As has been in the past, it could be Hancock, Courtney, and Pearson all could be down there. We just can't see from here.
The count 2-0 on Willie Ibarra.
But throwing more with the intentions of coming into the ballgame is Reese Grimes.
Another ball here, 3-0 count.
That pitch called a ball, and just by the glance over A.J.'s shoulder, I believe A.J. thought that pitch could have been a call strike.
We'll get the scoreboard fixed here in just a few moments as well. Dennis, I'll hand it over to you here on this next pitch if you don't mind,
All
sir.
right, not a problem. One, Eagles about to get themselves in a little bit of a hole. 3 balls and no strikes now on Ibarra. Good fastball right down the middle. Ibarra taking all the way for a call strike. Runner at first, Zach Well. Actually, it's J.T. Phillips. Zach Wall, the batter, drew a walk. J.T. Phillips, courtesy running at first. The 3-1 pitch now. Pickoff attempt back over at first. Something that we've seen a great deal of throughout this series is the effort to keep runners close at first and second. There you go. Absolutely a great job, folks. Describe it for you right quick. J.T. Phillips took off on the pitch. The pitch in there for a called strike. Count will be 3 balls and 2 strikes, but better than that. A.J. Vasquez doing the job that he's done. Gunned down J.T. Phillips at second base for out number 1. Just an excellent job by Zach. And a call strike 3 on Willie Ibarra. So quickly there are 2 outs in the inning. Let me go back and make sure I'm clear that A.J. Vasquez gunned down J.T. Phillips on the throw to Zach Whittington at second for the first out, and then back-to-back strikes as Jack Brindley settled in and got the 4-hitter Willie Ibarra. So with 2 down, the batter will be the center fielder, Connor Phillips. Phillips flied out to left field, actually lined out to left field to Ty Tilson his first time up. Swings at the off-speed pitch and comes up empty for strike 1. 2 down in the inning, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning, your Eagles have a 1-0 lead here at Olsen Field at Bluebell Park, looking for the right to go to Dale Diamond in the state finals next week. That off-speed pitch bounces in. So the count 1 ball and 1 strike now. On Connor Phillips at the plate. Eagle outfield fairly deep right now. Deep in left, deep in center, deep in right. Not giving up any kind of doubles right now. 2 down in the inning. The top of the 4th, pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Well done by Jack Brindley. Jack, who walked Zach Wall to start the inning, promptly went 3-0 on Willie Ibarra and has now bounced back with a great play by A.J. Vasquez and Jack Whittington and a strikeout. 2 down, nobody on. The pitch just low. Good job by A.J. again as he kept the ball right in front of you. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on the number 5 hitter. 1 for 6 in the series, but that 1 hit was a long home run over the 375 sign yesterday. Ball popped up. I believe it's going to be in play. Grant Shields, the son, makes the catch for out number 3 in foul territory. So your Eagles are for the Mustangs, if you will. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We're heading, folks, to the bottom of the 4th inning. And let me say again, Galen, a great job by Jack Brindley through 4 innings.
When you figure right now, it's 93 out there. It's probably about 101 heat index right now. that he's probably thrown it really in effort. If you had a meter that could measure the exact effort he's put in, he's probably pitched 5 innings, the equivalent of 5 innings.
Yes,
right?
yes, he's just really done an outstanding job. He's done the job that he's called on to do. I know what Coach Brindley and probably Coach Foster told Jack. You throw till you can't throw anymore, son.
Yeah.
We need you to go out there and give everything. You don't have to go 7. If you can go 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, we'll take that. But the effort in a game like this, Game 3 elimination, give me everything you got. When you're done, we got horses behind you.
You know, there's another hydration story going on out here, too, and I don't know if people notice it that much, but it's to keep the umpires on their feet.
Yes.
The home plate umpire, especially being a home plate umpire on a day like this, is not a pleasant duty.
It is a hot day. You're absolutely right about that.
And then the base umpires, you don't want an umpire going down, because that could have a very adverse effect on a game like this.
Absolutely, it can. As we're in Game 3 of this series, there's always one of these umpires that will not be behind the plate, but three of the other 4 each have a plate appearance. And so Zach Wall comes out to begin his his 4th inning of work. He's given up 1 run on just 4 hits. But right now, folks, that run looms large as your Eagles have the 1-0 lead. And as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, we will see 4, 5, and 6, Ty Tilson, Wesley Dixon, and Noah Thompson at the plate. Ty with a soft, if you will, single over the leaping Willie Ibarra, just over his glove back in the 1st inning.
Back ready to roll here
All
for
right,
Georgetown in the bottom of the 4th. Dennis, thank you, sir.
You bet. Ty Tilson at the plate, Rob.
Be Tilson, Dixon, and Thompson, the 4, 5, and 6 in the heart. The pitch on the way, too low. The early count, 1-0.
Mustang outfield pretty much straight away, very deep and left, and pretty much medium depth in center and right.
Next pitch on the way. Across for a strike, 1-0 early count. Or 1-1, beg your pardon. Next pitch got him again for a strike here, 1-2 count.
Fastball caught the inside corner. Ty taking that pitch, thinking it might have been a little bit inside, so down on the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next count on a 1-2, hard hit over to center. Phillips should be able to get under it, and he does for a very routine pop out over to center. We're 1 away here, Tilson on the out. Just wanted to mention, too, we know that we had a couple of glitches with the scoreboard, and just to let folks know, we are well aware of that. I get a ton of messages every time there's one minor glitch, so I appreciate folks chiming in, but we are doing the best we can here, and we got that taken care of as we had a quick internet outage up here a few moments ago. So thank you for that, and thank you for the notifications, but we're well aware of it. We got it taken care of. Brings up 5th in the order, the designated hitter, number 6, Wesley Dixon. The first pitch is a strike to Dixon, 0-1, 1 away. Next pitch to the inside for a ball to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Rob, we don't often talk enough about designated hitters, as Wesley doesn't see the playing field, but has done an incredible job as the DH all year long. A great role for that young man. Ooh.
Next one across for a strike, 1-2.
Yeah, breaking pitch again, caught the inside corner. So 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nobody on. Georgetown holding on to a 1-0 lead. Another hit. This one will pop up over to right. Carpenter runs all the way up and makes the grab in the shade for the second out over at right. 2 away here. 2 up, 2 down, Dennis.
Yeah, Zach Wall, after giving up the triple to Jeffrey David back in the bottom half of the first inning, and then Wyatt driving him home with the infield single for the lead, has settled down nicely, and both he and Brindley are pitching very quality games.
Wall's pitch on the way. This one fouled into the back. I was going to ask the pitch. Do we have pitch count on Mag West pitcher Wall? 34? 44. So 44 pitches now for Wall. Thank you for that, Mr. Barber. I'll always call you Mr. Barber for all these years.
As Galen alluded to earlier, though, Rob, this our ball game yesterday, both pitchers were deep in the numbers, especially Revels. So both Brindley and Zach Wall pitching wonderful ball games.
0-1 pitch on the way to the lefty Thompson. Got that one in the zone for a strike as well. 0-2, 2 away.
Pitch again on that outside corner, a very tough pitch to handle.
Next pitch low and in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good hold there by Thompson. A good eye, not wanting to bite on that one.
Yeah, I thought for a minute that he had read that pitch, but it was breaking inside. A good pitch again from Wall, but a better job by Thompson to take it for ball 1.
Wall didn't like the first signal he got from his catcher Zako. Likes the second one. Glances down. Pitch on the way. This one.
Foul
again, and the battle now for Noah Thompson in a 1-2 battle.
Well, Noah with the big base hit back in the to lead off the bottom of the second inning. The bottom of the second inning. To get this young man hot in this game would be awesome.
Next delivery on the way, again in the dirt just in front of the plate. 2-2, even count. Georgetown trying to find a little life here. They need that insurance, Dennis. As you like to say, the add-ons, they need them.
Yes, you'll always like to get a little bit of separation. A 1-run lead is certainly wonderful, but a 2 or a 3-run lead gives you a little separation and makes it that much harder for a team to tie you up that they can do if it's only 1-0. But right now, Eagles clinging to a 1-0 lead.
That last one a hard hit, but it was late. Goes foul into the net in front of us. 2-2, the count remains as Wall looks down. Now the right-handed delivery. This one, hard hit foul. Boy, lined it foul just about 10 feet to the left, and we would have had possibly a triple, Dennis.
Noah got way out in front of that pitch and just ripped it down the first base line, but foul by quite a ways. So 2-2 still on Noah.
Two, and that one still was able to get a little piece to stay at this at-bat here. The count remains 2-2.
Good at-bat by Noah Thompson again, working the pitch count up for Wall on a hot day. It's now up to 93 degrees, according to the school board here at Olsen Field at Bluebell Park. Rob and I have told you many times throughout the broadcast what a beautiful place this is.
Next one here, over to first on the putout. He swung on that one too, Dennis.
He did. It was 2-3 put out at first, but the strikeout goes to Wall.
So another 1-2-3 inning for the defense of Magnolia West. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on. We'll step aside. Top of the 5th coming up. Stay with us, friends. Eagle Baseball continues.
2019 Georgetown Eagle Regional Final Baseball on SHN Sports, made possible in part by A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair, Bob Holt, author of the book Cowboy, Brennan Remodeling, Central Texas Business Association, Courtney Home Inspections, Gateway Mortgage Group, Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair, Georgetown Jewelry, Home Away from Home Pet Care, Ida Edwards, Realtor, Joel and Jackie Holcomb of Advocare, Mahan Roofing, Minuteman Press of Georgetown, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Program Insurance Group, and Specialty Restoration of Texas. Thank you for your generous support of Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports.
Welcome back to College Station, Texas. Olsen Field at Bluebell Park, and Ryan Courtney
2019
now out there for Georgetown. Is that Ryan out there? There's a new pitcher out there on the mound for Georgetown, Dennis.
Yes, Ryan Courtney.
Now that's Braxton Smith. Yeah, that's Braxton out there, actually. It's number 20 who's out there on the mound now. Braxton Pearson.
Right.
Beg your pardon, Braxton Pearson.
We were all trying to figure it out, thinking it was 18 from here.
It is Braxton Pearson who will come in. Now, Brenly, though, can still get out here and pitch later if they need him.
Courtney pitched last night. Yeah, that's Pearson.
No.
Well, back in action, here we are, as Pearson on the mound for the Georgetown Eagles. Braxton Pearson, who has had a lot of playoff experience here, Dennis.
Braxton very effective yesterday, very effective in the Santa Fe series.
Leading off the top of the fifth for Magnolia West, the catcher, number 16, Brody Zako.
First one will hit over to Posey, and Posey with the error, and that'll be a reach for Zako on the E6.
He is not.
Tough spot there for Georgetown's Cole Posey. He'll regain his composure. We've seen him throughout the season do great work. And Matoka.
Yeah.
Was he the one that hit that?
No, he's courtesy running.
Okay,
for
gotcha.
a catcher. Yeah.
So Matoka over at first. This one will pop up. Swiderski, and the throwback to first almost in time, but Swiderski is out. Good grab there by the Eagles. Pearson gets a little attaboy there from Jeffrey David.
Huge play right there. Mustangs trying to move the runner up. And a huge job, nice job by Ryan, Braxton on the pitch.
Grace is now the only person warming up in the bullpen.
Huckfeld trying to lay a bunt down. That was trying to bunt for a base hit right there. That was no sacrifice.
Another pick attempt over to first. That base runner is safe. Next delivery on the way. The bunt placed here. Right over to Pearson. Pearson throws to second. Did Georgetown get the tag? They did not, and now runners both on 1 and 2.
Throw pulled Cole off the bag. Mustangs with a little bit of something going here. Again, the errant throw. It'll be an error charge to Braxton. Huckfeld reaching on the fielder's choice, as you really can never assume the double play.
Ninth in the order, Austin Maddox, the left fielder, who's 0 for 1 this afternoon. He was out on a grounder back in the second, or back for the second out in the third. Runners on 1 and 2 now for Magnolia West.
A little bit of a pitch out there.
Next pitch, and actually turned around, tried to get a pick attempt, keeping Matoka honest over there at second, the courtesy runner for Brody Zako. 1-0 the count here at the bottom of the order for Austin Maddox. Magnolia West with 2 on. The pitch, the swing and a miss. 1-1 even, 1 away.
Good live fastball from Braxton Pearson right there, folks. Maybe a little frustration in that pitch, Galen.
1-1 pitch. This one popped up over to Tilson. Runners should not be able to advance. That was a good pop-up there for the Eagles' defense.
Yes, very nice pitch by Braxton. He went right after Maddox and kept Maddox from being able to move runners anywhere at all. So a good tough hitter coming up now, the top of the Mag West lineup, and Dylan Van Wicklen. But 2 big outs in the inning.
Matoka, I believe, headed for the Colorado School of Mines out there at second. And he'll step back over to second on the pick attempt. He's keeping honest out there as Braxton Pearson.
Eagles would love to get Van Wicklen here, not just for the third out, but because late in the ball game, the leadoff hitter would be gone.
Pitch to the inside for a ball, 1-0 count here on Dylan Van Wicklen, who is 1 for 2 this afternoon and back at the top of the order. Pearson's next delivery, fastball but to the outside, brings it to a 2-0. Pearson's delivery. Boy, he's having a hard time finding the zone here, Dennis. Another ball.
Tough situation, too. Should he lose Van Wicklen, it'll bring up Carson Carpenter, the left-hander, and to bring Reese Grimes in would bring Reese's pitches right into. There you go.
3-0 here as Van Wicklen maybe was trying to show the umpire a little something, and ump says, nope, that one was in the zone for a strike, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Runners on 1 and 2. Pearson's delivery off the right, and that hit him, and bases are loaded. Boy, and you know that's an accident. Van Wicklen threw the bat in disgust. I know it hurts, but that happens, and you know that Braxton Pearson definitely would not do that on purpose.
Quick visit again now coming from Coach Brindley. First bit of trouble that the Eagles have been in this ball game here in the top of the 5th inning.
Trying to get David down there, but unfortunately some of the heat may have got to some more of our equipment as our wireless mic down there with David. Got you a little bit, David. Unfortunately not coming through, so I don't know if you had an opportunity maybe to change the batteries or not.
Plate umpire just reminding Coach Brindley that that's a charged trip to the mound. So Eagles in a little bit of a jam here, folks, as Carson Carpenter is 0 for 2 for the day. But has 3 hits on the series. Eagle outfield fairly shallow. They're going to shift a little bit to the left, toward left field. Good pitch.
In the zone for a strike on Carson Carpenter. Georgetown needed that one. More importantly, Pearson needed it to get some confidence going again here. 0-1 early count with bases loaded. Next pitch on the way. This one popped up. Georgetown may be able to get out of this one. Tilson will field it. He's got it for the third out with bases loaded. Good job by Pearson, able to work out of that jam in this inning. Georgetown taking care of business. Braxton Pearson, no runs. No hits. 2 errors in this inning and all 3 left on. We'll step aside and take a break. Eagle baseball continues in just a few moments.
Auto Repair, Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports made possible in part by A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair, Mandy Murphy. Cell phone and tablet repairs, including screens, charging ports, batteries, buttons, and more. Online at a1phonerepairs.com. Bob Holt, author of the book Cowboy. Pick up a copy at Lark and Owl Booksellers on the Square in beautiful downtown Georgetown. Brennan Remodeling, Jeff Brennan, building equity since 1988. Email BrennanRemodel@gmail.com for all of your remodeling needs. The Central Texas Business Association, your go-to source for products and services from ethical businesses in Central Texas. Online at centexbusiness.org. Courtney Home Inspections, Chris Courtney. Whether you are buying or selling a home in Central Texas, Courtney Home Inspections is your go-to home inspector. Dedicated to customer service, a Central Texas Business Association ethical business member. Online at CourtneyHomeInspection.com.
Back in action from College Station, Texas, Olson Field at Bluebell Park. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Dennis Allman, Galen Welnicki. As we get things started here, Mr. Allman, Georgetown will be, I believe, at the bottom of their order with Wood, Whittington, and Vasquez, those 7, 8, and 9.
Yes, they will. Folks, you know, have no idea how Braxton Pearson dodged a bullet in the top half of the fifth inning and just did an outstanding job to get your Eagles out of that, keep the Mag West lineup off the board.
First pitch, a hit over to short. Van Wicklin will flip it over to first to Huckfelt for a very routine out. One away on one pitch to Georgetown's Grant Wood.
Eagles second baseman, number 11, Zach Whittington.
Of course, Eagle bullpen up and throwing when we're on the defensive side of the ball, but each young man sitting down, taking a little bit of a break while we're at the plate.
Zach Whittington, the second baseman for the Eagles. That pitch gets him on the corner for a strike. 0-1 count here on Zach Whittington, who's 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice and was left stranded there back in the second.
Oop.
Next one, that is a base hit over to right. Great job and a good hit by Whittington just in front of Carpenter. And Whittington will single, and he continues his amazing on-base percentage here in this series.
Yes, very good at bat right there. Took a pitch and just lined it into right field. We're going to have a courtesy runner. Correction, we're going to have a pinch runner. I don't know if that's a single number. If it is, it's Landon. But yeah, I think it's Landon.
It is Landon Broad.
Yeah.
We know that young man well.
One of the things we often say from up here, and even at home, when your Eagles are in these camouflage uniforms, folks, it is very difficult to pick up the uniform number. We're going by simply the fact that we know who that kid is.
Bottom of the order, A.J. Vasquez. He'll place a bunt. Runner trying to advance over to second, and the sacrifice will advance. Landon Broad over. Good job by A.J. Vasquez. That's what he wanted to do, and he did just what he should have there,
yes,
Dennis.
Yes, when you're trying to add a run, you got to get that runner to second or third. Jeffrey David again swinging a good bat with a first inning triple and a ground out to short. But a base hit here could give your Eagles a little of that separation we like to talk about, as they only have the 1-0 lead.
We'll go back to the top of the fifth. Something with the ball there that Wall didn't like. He's going to ask for another ball, so they'll throw that one away. He tossed it over to his catcher, Zako, and Zako threw it over to the Magnolia West dugout, and now Wall likes the ball that he has in his right hand. And a pause here as coaching staff going to talk things over with Wall as well. We'll keep it right here, Dennis. Georgetown leading 1-0 at bat here in the bottom of the fifth. They need some insurance. 2-out territory, though, with Landon Broad over at second in scoring position.
Absolutely. Good speed out there and a good stick at the plate in Jeffrey David. So the odds are well in the favor of your Eagles. And we do have activity in the bullpen again without your binoculars. Not sure who that is, but probably, as our guess may have been along the way, I don't keep if that's one number, which would be Elwanger, number 9, but can you tell who's in their bullpen? Looks like a double number.
Yeah, it's number 19 out there, and it is J.P. Elwanger.
Yeah, J.P. Elwanger, who we thought possibly would come in behind Zach Wall, thinking that's why he did not start the ball game or play, to keep him rested in case they need him. But right now, a base hit would be huge.
Wall will look over after the discussion on the hill, and a little bit of time called here as Jeffrey David will step back. David this afternoon, 1 for 2. He's got the lone run, a triple that was brought in eventually by Wyatt Childress, the RBI.
Austin Maddox robbed very deep in left field.
Pitch on the way to David. Late called strike as it did get that corner. 0-1 early count here, Georgetown's Jeffrey David.
With 2 outs, of course, Landon running on the pitch, so I believe Adam would try to score with 2 down on a base hit.
0-1 delivery, this time to the outside. And Broad will have to get back over to second. 1-1 even count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. A lot of time here by Wall as he wants to make sure that every pitch he throws is good. And now a little bit of time called here. Zako will step out.
Yeah, actually, Jeffrey called time at the plate. Plate umpire a little late giving it to him, but he had his hand up. Just like now, he had his hand up trying to get time. A little late getting it, but he got it. So
he got the time. Zako stepped away and kind of dusted off as well. 1-1 pitch on the way. This one chopped foul off the third base line. The count at 1-2 for Jeffrey David. Wall shaking his head. He doesn't like what he's seeing from Zako, his catcher. Now finally gets one. A lot of time in between pitches here. Wall will look over twice. Now the right-handed delivery. Too low. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away here for the Georgetown Eagles. That runner, Broad, waiting patiently over at second. A hit would surely score.
Bottom of the 5th inning as your Eagles have the 1-0 lead. Would love to add one more.
Once again, appreciate everybody watching us on the YouTube stream. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button. You'll stay up to date with the latest here on SHN Sports. 2-2, Wall's pitch on the way. This one will hit foul from the back of the concrete behind home plate, and the battle going here for Georgetown's Jeffrey David.
Wall has a really nice changeup. That was a changeup there, but Jeffrey did a good job to foul it off, stay alive, and get another shot with this 2-2 count.
Two pitch on the way. Oh, that one got on Jeffrey David. It hit his elbow there on the left side, and the hit by pitch will put David on. I believe that's the first hit by pitch that Wall has committed here in this ball game.
Wall and Coach Falsek asking whether or not he actually stuck his elbow out, but no, that did not happen. Clearly hit by a pitch on a pitch that was inside. Questioning whether or not Jeffrey leaned into the pitch. But it didn't. He didn't lean in, excuse me.
Georgetown holds on to a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 away, runners on 1 and 2 for the Eagles. It brings up Wyatt Childress, who's 0 for 2. When you're 0 for 2, you're due.
Well, there's one thing about Wyatt Childress. Wyatt swinging a very good bat with 3 hits in this series. A good, capable at bat here to knock in an insurance run.
Pitch on the way. Good break there for a strike. Nice pitch by Wall. 0-1 early count to Wyatt Childress.
Good job by Wyatt to hold up on that pitch for you. Well, probably would have only popped it up or weakly grounded out.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 away. Runners at 1 and 2. The right-handed pitch on the way. This one to the inside. He evens the count at 1-1. I think the Mag West fans wanting a strike there.
Pitch that may have been just a little bit low as well. Nevertheless, count 1 ball and 1 strike now.
Wall, a lot of sunshine in his face. Now the right-hand delivery, a swing and a miss to bring it to 1-2. Hard swing there by Childress. He wanted it, just couldn't make contact.
Kind of thinking about taking that ball to the 375 sign right there. Now down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Childress trying to get those insurance papers for his team with the runners on 1-2. As Wall will pick up, looked over at second. Trying to keep that runner honest out there is Landon Broad. Of course, the winner of this game, Dennis, goes on to the state tournament starting next week at the Dell Diamond in Round Rock, Texas. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Georgetown here in the bottom of the 5th. No runs on 1 lone hit. There was no errors and 2 left on base. We are through 5, top of the 6th coming up. Stay with us, friends. Eagle baseball coverage right here on SHN Sports continues in just a few moments.
Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports brought to you in part by Gateway Mortgage Group, Matt Morrow. Gateway Mortgage Group, your local residential lender. When needing lending, remember, borrow from Morrow. Online at borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair. Joe Bob. Complete and professional automotive maintenance and repairs from ASE certified technicians. Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Automotive Repair is your one-stop auto shop. Visit them next to Mel's Lone Star Lanes in Georgetown. Georgetown Jewelry, Ricky Poe, dedicated to customer service. Georgetown Jewelry is your locally owned and operated jewelry store. For all of your jewelry needs, go by and see Ricky Poe and his wonderful staff, located in the Williamsburg Village Shopping Center off Williams Drive and online at georgetownjewelry.com.
Welcome back to College Station, Texas. Olson Field at Bluebell Park. Rob Hipp alongside my good friends Dennis Allman, Galen Nicky. Here as we start things in the top of the 6th, and it will be the 3, 4, and 5 for Magnolia West. Zach Wall, Willie Ibarra, and Connor Phillips. Dennis, this has been a good one so far for both sides.
Rob, it has, and Braxton Pearson back out for his second inning of work. Worked out of a bit of a jam back in the top half of the 5th inning, so settling in for a second inning of work.
First pitch from Braxton Pearson, a hard one, a fastball swung on and missed, the count 0-1.
Good fastball, good live fastball from Braxton Pearson. Braxton out there to do one job, and that's to give it everything he's got. Again, warming up in the bullpen is Reese Grimes.
I think that Zach Wall was asking for time and didn't get it. 0-1 on the way, and this one swung on foul. 0-2.
Yeah, it's one of those things that plate umpires not just automatically giving him time, and Braxton working very quickly, so all Zach Wall was trying to do was slow him down just a little bit.
0-2, a little bit of discussion here as David comes over and talks things over alongside Vasquez there on the hill with Braxton Pearson.
Braxton and A.J. may have been crossed up on the pitch. Good job by A.J. just to go back out and say, hey, let's run over signals right quick and go from there and get this first out.
0-2 pitch. Got him on. Cross for a strikeout looking. Great job, Braxton Pearson.
Froze Zach Wall on the fastball. I think Wall was looking for something off speed on the 0-2 pitch, and Braxton just froze him at the plate with the fastball for out number 1.
Reese is ready to come in down there when they call him. He's down there sitting in the bullpen with a towel over his head.
Yeah,
I've noticed. Stay cool.
I've noticed he's been up just a few minutes throwing, then he'll sit back down. He's good and loose.
1-0 count here to Willie Ibarra. He'll swing on the next one and miss. The count even at 1-1, one away here in the top of the 6th. This one lined right over to Cole Posey at short for the second out. What a grab by Copo.
Ball was smoked off the bat of Willie Ibarra, but Cole Posey, no way, I got it. 2 down. In the top of the 6th inning, Eagles 4 outs away from taking this ball game.
That liner was a little bit hotter than the 93 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that ball left with some velocity. It was smoked.
But a good job by Cole.
Fifth in the order, the center fielder, number 9, Connor Phillips, who is 0 for 2 this afternoon.
Keep it in the BP.
Pitch on, swung on and missed. Good off speed there by Pearson. Got him to bite, Dennis.
Absolutely. Braxton's really mixed his pitches up and has the Mustangs completely off balance. Started Connor Phillips with the breaking pitch.
His second pitch on the way. This one across the zone for a strike, 0-2.
A classic ball game, folks, right here at Olsen Field at Bluebell Park. 1-0 ball game with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
His third pitch on the way. This one pops up, and it'll go over our roof as we sit just offset on home plate here on the third deck. The count 0-2 on the foul ball. The battle starting here for Connor Phillips.
Pitch count well in favor of Braxton Pearson at 0-2.
Pearson's delivery. This one chopped foul just in front of the Georgetown Eagle dugout. Childress was kind of leaning over. He said, I'm going to walk away from over in this danger zone. The count remains 0-2.
Yeah, that moved a few people down there.
It did.
A lot of Magnolia West fans made it here to College Station as well as Georgetown. It's a sea of blue and red, a beautiful sight here. The 0-2 on the way to the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good waste pitch right there by Braxton. Not really looking for any kind of call strike, just trying to get Phillips to chase it. Phillips very disciplined at the plate and took it for ball 1.
1-2, swung on and missed, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Georgetown's Braxton Pearson. The Eagles taking care of business in the top of the 6th. No runs, hits, errors, nobody left on. We'll take a break. Bottom of the 6th coming up.
Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports brought to you in part by Home Away from Home Pet Care, Wendy Zubek, a family-owned and operated facility for private pet care in Georgetown. Over a decade in business with the goal to provide a fun, enjoyable, and stress-free atmosphere for your pets while they are separated from you. We want them to have a vacation too. For more information, visit homeawayfromhomepetcare.com. Ida Edwards, Realtor, a legacy you can count on in real estate. Ida Edwards has worked in the Austin real estate market since 1975. She has witnessed the ups and downs in the market, gaining her volumes of knowledge in the Central Texas market. Visit Ida Edwards online at idaedwards.com. Joel and Jackie Holcomb of Advocare. Joel and Jackie Holcomb are one of the top-ranked Advocare distributors, focusing on customer service to help you find a healthy journey. Search for Joel and Jackie Holcomb on Google for more information.
Welcome back, College Station, Texas. Rob Hipp here with Dennis Allman, Galen Welnicki. Georgetown holds on to a 1-0 lead as we enter the bottom of the 6th for the Georgetown Eagles. They'll pick up in the 3, 4, and 5. It's Posey, Tilson, and Dixon. Copo is 0 for 2 this afternoon. Dennis, a great opportunity here for Georgetown to get some much-needed runs and a little add-on here in the bottom of the 6th.
Absolutely, Rob. You'd have to think to a certain extent that Wall, who's been out there now for 5 complete innings, could be tiring just a little bit. A good time to get a couple of insurance runs to head into the top half of the 7th inning. Cole Posey and Ty Tilson, Wesley Dixon will try to do just that to give your Eagles a little bit of cushion on this 1-0 lead. A run they scored back in the 1st inning on a triple and a ground out to short by Watt Childress, the only RBI of the ball game, but it's enough right now for Eagles to have a 3-1 lead. Rob, to you and Cole Posey.
Wall's 66th pitch of the game is a ball. Again, 66 pitches now for Magnolia West's Wall. 1-0 early count to Copo. Next pitch low, 2-0. One run for the Eagles, trying to add that insurance here. 1-0 the score here in the bottom of the 6th. Next delivery on the way. This one a strike. Good pitch there by Wall. 2 balls, 1 strike on Georgetown's Cole Posey. Wall taking a deep breath, left leg up, right hand delivery. This one chopped foul off the third base line. Hard hit just in front of Coach Adam Foster. The count even at 2-2. This Magnolia West team keeping their composure here. Wall has had a phenomenal day on top of the hill for his Magnolia West team. 2-2. That was too much inside, but Copo swung on it. It would have been a ball, but instead it'll be a strikeout swinging for the first out.
Nice job right there, Jaco, of holding on to that pitch as it was foul tipped into the mitt. I'm not sure that Jaco might not have been the most surprised kid in the park that it was still in his glove, but nevertheless, there's one down. Ty Tilson trying to get your Eagles something going here.
Ty Tilson 1 for 2 this afternoon. Pitch on the way to Ty to the inside. A little high, 1 ball, no strikes. Ty Tilson 1 for 2 as he singled in the first and popped one up over to center for the first out back in the fourth. Left leg up, right hand. Fastball to the outside. 2-0 the count here on Ty Tilson.
Eagles do anything right now to get a base runner, just an opportunity to score. A little more pressure on this Mag West Mustang offense when they come to bat.
2-0 pitch. This one hard hit. Oh, almost out of the reach. Van Wicklen almost had that grab. It was just out of his reach, and that'll be a single for Georgetown's Ty Tilson. 2 for 3 this afternoon, Dennis.
Eagles with something going. Never say die. Never say die. The Eagle fight will never die.
We'll see this one on the replay if we've got the angle there. Tilson, that was a good hit by Tilson over to left, just over the glove of Van Wicklen. Fifth in the order, the designated hitter, number 6, Wesley Dixon, who's 0 for 2 this afternoon. Pick attempt over at first. Runner is safe. That is Ty Tilson, of course, who had that single moments ago. Pitch on the way to Dixon. He'll pop this one up. The center fielder, Phillips, should be able to get under that one. No, it'll drop right in between all three, and that's another base hit. Tilson over to second. Dixon dropped it right in between Maddox, Phillips, and Van Wicklen there in that Bermuda's Triangle.
I tell you what, that's a seeing eye, or a Texas leaguer actually, but that found its way. It had eyes. It found a way to drop in that hole. Little Texas leaguer off the bat of Wesley Dixon. Eagles got something going.
The GPS said this is a spot you need to put it in.
Their outfield was playing deep again, trying not to give up the doubles and the gaps, and Wesley just pull cued it more than anything right into the right spot.
Now, if Thompson could pull one into right field on the ground.
Well, Noah Thompson's 1 for 2 here in this game, Galen.
As capable as anybody on this ball club right now of hitting one right in the gap in right center field.
Ooh, that'd be good.
It would be good.
One away, pitch on to the lefty.
That's
Thompson.
Down, that's down.
This one again will drop in front of the center fielder. Georgetown will advance runners at 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, he should have came. But it would have been an interference because it hit our runner.
Tilson thought about coming around and trying to get that second run. He'll stay over at third. The base is loaded for the first time this afternoon for the Eagles.
All three of those balls not hit hard enough to score the run. But, folks, with the bases loaded, we're going to see a visit right now from, I believe, what is the pitching coach of the Mustangs.
Let me ask you, how long has it been since we had 3 straight hits?
It's been a long time since we had 3 straight. I think we have to go back to the first inning of yesterday's ball game when we strung 5 hits together throughout that inning. But right now, Eagles doing exactly what they needed to do with 3 base hits. Quite honestly, all fairly soft singles. But, man, when they hit the green grass, Galen, that's all that counts.
David, I'm wondering now if we can try this again, and if not, I apologize, especially to our viewers, trying to see if we have David's microphone. I think we may have you now, David.
How about it, Rob?
There we go.
Hey.
Somebody must have turned off the RF that was blocking us up here. I think someone was jamming our signal.
I found a little spot down here. It's got some cold air blowing out from underneath the stadium. I put the mic over there by that.
There you go. Well, we appreciate it. David, what's the attitude right now? Georgetown with bases loaded here in the bottom of the 6th with that 1-0 lead.
Everybody's excited. The guys are pumped up. Bases loaded. They're playing all my exes live in Texas. Couldn't be better. I think that was an eagle pop-up out there. Eagle flew out there and landed in center field when y'all were talking about that.
Appreciate you, David, all the fine work that you do. You know, we work with an incredibly small but very talented staff here. Appreciate all of our SHN family making this possible here for both teams this afternoon. Pitch on the way. This one will pop up and it'll drop over the net into the third deck up here for a foul ball on Grant Wood. 0-1 count, Grant Wood.
Rob, left side of the infield is playing medium depth as first and third will go home, of course. Second is fairly deep, trying to get two up the middle with 2 outs.
0-1 pitch. This one chopped over to third, and the throw to home. Runner will be tagged out. Won't be an opportunity for a double play, but we are 2 away. Good job there by Magnolia West. Bases will remain loaded as Grant Wood will reach on the choice.
Ball just chopped, kind of tailor-made for the force out at home. So Zach Whittington, with a base hit his last time up, can break this game open.
Zach Whittington, 1 for 2 here in this game this afternoon. Had the hit in the 5th and left stranded over at second back in that same inning. Also reached on a fielder's choice in the second, left there. First pitch, nice break for a strike as it dropped right in the zone, 0-1.
Eagles looking for a base hit, an error, a walk, anything to play to run with the bases loaded to get some separation beyond this 1-0 lead that they hold right now.
Zach Whittington will pop this one up, and the left fielder Maddox will be able to get under it and make the grab, and Wall is able to work out of a bases loaded jam for his team, Magnolia West. Georgetown not able to capitalize here in this one. No runs in this inning on 3 hits. No errors. They leave all 3 on base. We'll step aside and take a quick break as we thank some more of our sponsors. 7th inning coming up, critical for the Eagles here. We'll be right back.
Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports is made possible in part by Pregame Insurance Group, Doug Groves. Pregame Insurance Group is an independent insurance agency located in Central Texas that provides a broad range of insurance products and services from the finest carriers. Our top priority is to exceed our customers' expectations. Visit Pregame Insurance Group online at pigbcs.com. Specialty Restoration of Texas, Brent Parker. Specialty Restoration of Texas provides 24/7 emergency services for fire and smoke damage, storm damage cleanup, and water damage mitigation. We also provide remodel and reconstruction work. For more information, visit them online at srttx.com.
Welcome back, Georgetown Eagle Baseball, right here on SHN Sports. Appreciate everybody who is joining us. We are here in the top of the 7th as we get started. Magnolia West trying to capitalize here, trailing 1-0. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8. Brody Zako, Mason Swiderski, and Brady Huckfelt here for Magnolia West. And Dennis, this game is far from over. Magnolia West did damage in the 7th. Last night they weren't able to come back, but we got to watch it here if you're a Georgetown Eagle.
Right. Braxton Pearson back on for his 3rd inning of work.
The first pitch on the way, the fastball across the plate for a strike, 0-1.
Waiting in the wings in the bullpen, completely warm and ready to go is Reese Grimes.
Next delivery. This one hit over. David makes the hopping grab for the first out.
The first out is a huge out in any inning, but it's a huge out in a game like this as the pressure is mounting on the Mustangs right now. 1 down, 2 outs away from that trip to the state tournament.
It'll bring up Mason Swiderski, who is 0 for 2 this afternoon. The left-handed batter. You just saw David there on the replay with the 1-out grab. The first pitch on the way. This one popped up, and Cole Posey has the grab for the 2nd out. What a play by Copo there at short.
2 outstanding plays in back-to-back innings on line drives by Cole Posey. And your Eagles facing Brady Huckfelt with an opportunity to advance from here. A great job again by Braxton Pearson.
Pearson composed on the hill. He'll pitch to the right-hander, Brady Huckfelt. who is 0 for 2. The first pitch, a swing and a miss. 0-1 early count.
Eagle outfield sliding way to the right. Huckfeld swinging late on most every pitch.
Second pitch, this one will pop up foul as it will drop just in front of our window and bounces back down to the first level. 0-2 count.
A strike away, folks, a strike away. Eagle faithful are on their feet, as we are too.
The Magnolia West bullpen waving their towels. 0-2 the count, the pitch on the way.
Oh,
to
no.
the inside for a ball, 1-2.
Pitch that was just a little bit low, if anything, but awfully close. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2 the count. Pearson, left leg up, right hand delivery, swing on it!
Oh!
That'll be it. The Georgetown Eagles are your 2019 regional final champions. They'll move on to the state championship series. You got to give it to Magnolia West, who came in, took the first game, but here Georgetown the victors. Wow, what a series and what a great game here in number 3. We are going to the state championship series for the second time.
Oh, Rob, what a job. What a job by Jack Brindley. What a job by Braxton Pearson. Dog pile in front of the mound. Your Eagles have done it, folks. They have won the Region 3 right to go to the state championship against a very quality team. And Magnolia West, as they're waiting now to shake hands with your Eagles.
We'll take a quick break. We'll step aside. Stay with us. Post-game discussion and more. We'll be right back. Back in action here as we'll have post-game discussion and more as I'll make my way down to the field. We'll talk to 3 players tonight. And once again, Dennis, before I hand it over to you, we want to let the Magnolia West fans know what a great ball club, a great fan base. We love that community just like we did Santa Fe. We love them, and we wish the best for those seniors that are leaving. They have got a lot to be proud of, holding their heads. They can hold their heads high. I know it's a tough defeat, but Magnolia West is an excellent ball club. We really like those kids, Dennis.
Rob, no question about it. A very quality ball club and played Georgetown off of their feet in this 3-game series. But right now, the joy and the excitement belong to your Eagles and the Eagle faithful as they're up and continuing to clap your Eagles. Continuing all around the diamond, hugs going on. It's not finished yet, Galen. We are heading to state. But this is one of those that you give kids the opportunity to rejoice. Eagles turning right now, Galen, and thanking the fans for the job well done. A job well done by Adam Foster, Dusty Brindley, and Jordan Vieira. A job well done by the seniors and Ty Tilson and A.J. Vasquez, the 2 juniors. What a job they did. But Jack Brindley, great job. And then Braxton Pearson comes in and just was nails. That's all it was to it. So it was nails.
I'll tell you what. 40 wins in a season before you go to state. That's something you don't see every day.
I don't think we'll see that again in a long, long time. 44-1 is the record of this ball club. And Galen, without question, they have every right to be as excited as they are. But this was a classic ball game.
Yes, it
was.
We
have probably seen 5 classic ball games, but this is the one right here.
This has been a great postseason.
Oh, my word. I'm telling you, this is one for the highlight reel. When these kids, if they ever get a chance to meet again, what a highlight reel they'll put together. But what a job that this pitching staff did. You go all the way back to the first inning. That's the only run we have in this ball game. But it came off of Jeffrey David. Jeffrey, who hit the ball hard all day long yesterday, got rewarded with the triple a day, and Wyatt with an excellent at-bat, ground out to short, and he was able to score. I will go back and tell you I was a little surprised that Magnolia West didn't play their infield in even back in the first inning, expecting this kind of ball game. But, you know, when you get to the third game, Galen, oftentimes you're not expecting pitching to be as good as it was today. In between Brindley and Pearson and Zach Wall, and my hat's off to Zach Wall.
So often you get to a third game, and both teams are pitching by by committee.
We have said many, many times throughout this series, especially against Santa Fe and here, hey, this will be a pitch by committee day. Jack Brindley was stellar. He was stellar. And he, like today, Jack went his 4 innings and did a great job in holding Magnolia West to just a couple of hits. 2 hits. This is a team that's 31-7 now that got 2 hits off Brindley and off Braxton Pearson. What a job these kids did.
It's not an easy day to pitch either. And I've been out there in days like this. I imagine you have at some time in your career. And, you cannot imagine what it's like to be out there.
No.
In the old days, you'd be wearing your flannels, and the flannels are full of sweat.
Yep. Well, just an outstanding job as I look at these kids as they're getting a pitcher right now. Rob is down there in just a couple of minutes, and we'll be able to pull especially our pitching staff out with some interviews, and then probably Jeffrey David with the job that he did today with the leadoff triple. But across the board, 5th inning, 6th inning, 7th inning, 2 great plays at short on line drives by Cole Posey. Give Cole all the credit in the world on both those line drives. Either one could have been down for base hits, and Cole made the play. So excited for these kids right now. Just so excited for these kids.
Yeah, the good thing about going to state is here, you don't play again, and you've got a couple of days where they can enjoy this.
Right. Thanks, Steve.
And, the UIL will announce the pairings. They'll announce the state pairings sometime tomorrow afternoon. They'll be on the web. They'll be on the internet. They'll be on websites. They'll be on Twitter. And, you think that they'll do it like they do in other sports, where they pair people by their seeding. They'll seed people by their season records.
I would hope so, and if things fall the way it should, in Colleyville Heritage holds on in Region 1, would sure hate to see us in Region 3 and Region 1 play each other. Right now we know 3 teams that are in. Sherryland Pioneers with a runner-up in District 31. Corsicana, they were runner-up. That's 2 and 4. We're in Region 3. We're waiting right now to hear what the outcome might be with Colleyville Heritage, but they have a 1-0 lead in that series with Lubbock Monterey.
And that could have gone to 2 games today. They could be playing the end of the evening in that one.
It very well could. Right now we're keeping an eye on Rob as he is trying to bring a couple of players together to talk to them throughout the evening. We're going to go to Rob right away and give the credit to all of these kids for just an outstanding job. But again, Adam Foster, Dusty Brindley, Jordan Vieira, what a coaching staff.
Well, Dennis, can you guys hear me up there loud and clear in the booth? Got you. Appreciate it. Boy, a happy moment here for Georgetown as Jack Brindley giving Braxton Pearson a hug. We'll talk to Jack Brindley first. Jack, we knew we were going to see you today. We know the rhythm now. You guys lose the first game, but just with Santa Fe, you came back and now in the state tournament for the 2nd time in school history. Talk about this one, young man.
It's an unreal feeling, to be honest. We knew coming in we were going to take this, but to be here, it's a surreal moment. This is a dream that we've had since the beginning of the year, is to go to the Dell, and right now there's so many different emotions with the blood, sweat, and tears that I've put in with every single one of these guys. And it's a really good feeling right now.
Magnolia West, a tough team. You've got to give them credit for their just a great series versus a very tough and quality opponent, Jack.
Yes, sir. They were a good team, but thankfully we were better. And, I mean, again, I have to just say it. Our team is unreal with coming together as guys. The gel and the brotherhood that we have is unreal.
Jack, also, we'll talk to Braxton Pearson here in just a little bit. You're out there leading the way. What does your veteran leadership mean for this team and coming up in big games time and time again this season, taking care of business?
For me, I wanted to disseminate that through our pitching staff, and I want to show younger guys like Braxton that this is his job and he's got to know his stuff's better than anyone else's. Even when you're not feeling your best, like the past couple weeks I've been dealing with some stuff, and even when your body's not telling you that you're 100%, you got to go out there and give everything you got for the guys behind you.
What does this mean? Also, I know great for your program, but really for other teams, mates such as over at first base Jackson Siosin, who's not able to play here in the postseason. Man, you've got to be happy for him, too, to know that you guys are continuing to roll.
Hey, man, I mean, that's the thing. Once one guy falls, another guy picks him up at any point in time, whether that's on the mound, at the plate, or in the field or in the outfield. we have guys everywhere that can compete at any time. And so that's a really great feeling to be a part of this team, and it's unreal.
Jack, appreciate you. Camera there, who do you want to send some love to on a ticket to the state tournament?
Shout out to my whole family and my cousin Madison. She's been tuning in and watching me play. My girlfriend, my grandparents that came, they're all the way from California, and my weight room guy.
Awesome. Thank you, Jack. Congratulations, young man, on a huge victory today to move on to Round Rock. Thank you, Jack Brindley. We'll talk things quickly with pitcher Mr. Braxton Pearson. Braxton, we talked to you in playoff games earlier, coming in huge. Normally we see Reese Grimes come in. Coach left you in. Tonight, really showing your leadership as well. What was it like for you to get out there on the hill and to secure this and not allow any runs here towards the end, Braxton?
Oh, it was awesome. Jack Brindley came in and dominated the first 4 innings. Came in, just fun, pound the zone, and just get out there and pitch.
What was going through your mind when you guys took that early lead? Of course, Jeffrey David getting that lone tally mark, the one that mattered in this game. What was going through your mind at that moment through the rest of this ball game?
I was pumped for Jeffrey. Our team has been struggling hitting, but we got it together, ended up getting it together, and we just did good, and it was awesome. It was fun.
You come to that last inning, pressure's got to be on your back. Talk about what was going through your mind. You're at 1 out, then you get the second out. Where are you at on that third out? What's going through that mind of yours?
I'm just having fun, enjoying it. I love pressure. This is fun to pitch out in pressure.
Awesome. Braxton, of course, the entire Georgetown community, exceptionally proud of you guys. Whether you win or lose today, you get the victory. Very proud of you. Very proud of what you've done on this field. Camera right there on you. Who do you want to send some love to tonight?
Shout out my family, my brother, and shout out Jeffrey David to getting that triple early in the game.
Awesome, Braxton. Thank you. Awesome interview, young man. Another great young man here for Georgetown is all these. David, to be quite honest, we could interview every kid on this field. We picked 3 tonight. We want to talk quickly with Georgetown's Jeffrey David. Jeffrey, we've interviewed you quite a bit here in the postseason. Congratulations on a great win, young man. Today over at third doing some great work, not only the defensive end, but the thing that really mattered the big time for you. You're getting that triple, leading things off in the first. Tell us about that and how happy you were to get that one lone tally mark that mattered here to get the victory.
You know, just saw a first pitch fastball, tried to set the tone for the game, and got a triple out of it. Wyatt scored me on the next play. So, I mean, it's wave after wave with this team, and I'm just super excited right now, and it's very surreal.
This will make the bus trip back a lot better. We said today before the broadcast, win or lose, we're going back home. The victory, what's going to be going on that bus, buddy?
A lot of screaming and shouting, and just a very fun time.
Well, we won't keep you waiting too long. Camera right there on you, Jeffrey David. Who do you want to send a shout-out to tonight, young man?
I want to shout out my parents, all the coaches, all my teammates, Braxton Pearson for being a dude right there, Jack Brindley for a great start, shout out my girlfriend Cam, shout out Frimmel, and just shout out y'all for covering this.
You bet you, buddy. Congratulations. You guys deserve it. You're well on your way as Georgetown will punch that ticket. Jeffrey David, thank you. Celebrate this one with your team, young man, as Georgetown will advance to that state tournament championship opportunity. They'll play next week. We don't have that all down yet. We'll talk things over with assistant coach Jordan Vieira. He's got his little man with him. Coach, we wanted to interview you all season. We said we're going to wait for the big one. Now, we still got 2 more big ones coming up, but this is a big one right now. Coach, you got to be happy with these guys, and talk about your little one too, man.
Man, we couldn't be more excited about this opportunity that we have to get to go to Dell Diamond. As a graduate of Georgetown, it's something that we've always dreamed of and we've always worked towards, and the effort that these guys have put in and the hard work they've put in from the offseason until now is now giving us that opportunity to be able to do that. So we could not be more excited, and to get to have my little guy with me couldn't mean more. These guys are excited, and he's excited to get to touch a microphone. And this is something that I'm glad he'll get to be a part of one day and get to see.
Coach Vieira, talk a little bit about you and Coach Brindley and Coach Coach Foster, yeah. All 3 of you guys, and even Assistant Coach Hennessy. But it's like a band of brothers. Talk about what it's like just being able to be in the footsteps of such great men and learn from them, because you're the young buck on the team, really, if you think about it. Absolutely. Coach, what's that like for you?
So I've had the privilege of getting to know Coach Foster since I was 14 years old. So I've literally known him for half my life, and to get to work with him at this point, and then to get to have a best friend and a buddy like Coach Brindley and Coach Foster together, and you couldn't ask for a better group of guys to be with. I've been a part of multiple coaching staffs, but none has been as impactful as they have. And Mr. H, Chad Hennessy, if you're looking for the best athletic trainer in the country, that's him. Hands down, bar none. He's the best that there's been.
Awesome. Coach Vieira, congratulations. Who do you want to send a shout-out to tonight, young man?
My wife's been begging for one for a while, so I gotta go. I gotta shout out Macy Vieira. That's the rock right there. She's the anchor that takes care of this guy whenever I'm not around, which is seldom. So shout out her, shout out Jaron, little brother, family.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Coach. You're amazing, man. Thank you for all that you do. Yes, sir. We'll talk things now over with Georgetown pitching coach Dusty Brindley. Dusty, just as I told Coach Vieira, we wanted to wait for the first big one. This is the first of 3 big ones that we're hoping for. Definitely wanted to chat with you guys. A lot goes on behind the scenes. But then, under the leadership of Coach Foster, a big victory today. Talk about this game and how happy you've been with your pitchers this season.
Well, you know, the biggest thing that we try to do as a pitching staff is just kind of sit back and focus on the process more than the outcome. And I can tell you this, the kids have done a great job of that. They really focus day to day on the grind work of, hey, I'm going to shape my pitches, I'm going to work my lanes and be successful in the strike zone. And win, lose, or draw, that I'm going to go out there and compete. You know, the toughest thing to get high school kids to do right now is to believe in themselves and their stuff. And as you can see, our guys attack strike zones, force barrels to move, and have a lot of fun with it.
Awesome. Well, Coach, you've been with this squad for quite some time. Talk about how these young men have been able to mature, a lot of them playing together since they were just little kids in Georgetown. How cool has that been able to see these young boys grow up into young men and soon to be adults?
You know, what a great window I've had into this group. I mean, for the obvious reasons that my son is a senior this year as well as the other group that runs with him. And, you know, from GYBA, T-ball, all the way up till we see today, we've watched them grow, blossom, stumble, pick them up, dust them off, shove them on their way, and watch them be successful. So great. It's a great testament to their families, specifically our community, and then, you know, obviously the baseball family that we have. They do a great job of helping mentor. It's not just one person or one family, it's everybody pulling in the same direction.
Coach, final question here is we always like to give the opposing team credit as they've much deserved. Magnolia West, a tough team. Their pitcher, though, man, both of their guys that came out played phenomenally well. Talk a little bit about just your game plan against some good pitchers there that they had.
You know, that's ironic because the first guy, we know that he's a big-time arm and he's going to come out and he's going to absolutely get after you. And so we had to try to be disciplined and force him to get up in his pitch count, and we were successful. We just couldn't get the hit when we needed it. And then, you know, today I really want to take my hat off that young man right there, the pitcher Wall. What a Warriors effort. I mean, you know, he came out back against the wall. They had nobody left. And, you know, that's the kind of guy, I don't know if you know this, but he's committed, I believe, to go to Air Force. And if you want somebody with boots on the ground and jump in a foxhole, that's the guy you want to get with. So, you know, definitely hats off to him. He did a fantastic job. And, you know, it was a fun series. And it was a great test of our mettle. You know, you got to show up and play against teams like that or they're going to beat you.
Coach, appreciate the interview. I wasn't looking forward to shaving after this one. I'm going to continue to let the hair grow, the beard grow. The shoes are going to stay on the black Skechers because I saw Tony Romo wear those on a commercial, so I said I had to get them. Coach, camera right there on you. Who do you want to give a shout-out to, a little love tonight here from College Station, Texas?
The obvious thing is my family. I love them so much. And then the folks that are following along outside of the state of Texas that are interested in watching not only my son but this group. It's been awesome getting the text messages. And, you know, the biggest thing that I want to say to this is the community of Georgetown, the love and support that they have given us. And I'm gonna put a little challenge out there. I expect to see you guys at the Dell Diamond on Thursday night.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you and your leadership, your accessibility as well. Awesome job tonight by head coach Dusty Brindley. Thank you, my man. Well, as Coach Adam Foster over there giving high fives to some of the fans, I know these guys are wanting to get out of here. We will quickly chat with Coach Adam Foster. Coach, all smiles. Your team battling here in Game 3, a victorious 1-0 against a tough Magnolia West team. You have got to be proud with how your young men have played in this one.
Man, super proud. I told them before the game that our culture was going to be what took over today, and that's what took place. It started with Jeffrey leading off with a triple, Wyatt sacrificing his net bat with that ground ball, and then pitching and defense throughout the rest.
Coach, a tough Magnolia West team. You dropped the first game. You said we're going to punch them in the mouth. You do it in the second game. You knew Mag West was going to come out here and play tough. It turns out that triple that eventually brought in Jeffrey David on the Childress RBI was big. And actually, Coach, I just had to step aside for a second, but a big one here for Georgetown. He had to run away on the field out there. But, Coach, you come out here, you punch him in the mouth yesterday, you take care of business here today. I don't need to ask you much. This is an exciting one. I want to let you spin it with the team, but your final thoughts on this game and this series.
First I gotta be so proud of our kids and our coaching staff. All the hours, all the work, this is what you do it for, and it's emotional. It's awesome. I love these guys. We invest everything in them, and this is what we give back. So, and they've made the town of Georgetown proud. They've made Georgetown High School proud. We need Georgetown to show up Thursday. It's either 4 or it's 7. We got a record we got to break. We made an attendance record last time we were there. This time we got to break it.
Coach, appreciate you. Camera there on you. Who do you want to send a shout-out to? A happy afternoon from College Station.
All right, both my grandparents, my grandmother, Mimi. I love you guys. And my dad, love y'all.
Coach, we love you, man, your staff, these kids. We love the community. Awesome as always with head coach Adam Foster as Georgetown victorious. They will move on. They punched that ticket. The final 4 teams remain. We'll have the full setup. We'll post that information on our SHN Sports Twitter. But for now, we'll send it back up to Dennis Allman, Galen Welnicki. You guys take it away.
All right, Rob, thank you very much. Great interview. Great job by all 3 coaches, as well as each of the young men that we had a chance to talk to. We'll try to do it justice, folks, till Rob gets back up here and close this thing out. Our hats do go off to the Magnolia West Mustangs, an outstanding ball club, 31 wins on the season with 7 losses, an outstanding effort into Game 3 of the region finals. But your Eagles able to come out on top 1-0 via a triple in the first inning, an RBI ground-out single from Wyatt Childress, and that stood up for the rest of the ball game. Again, 3 young men, Galen, today on the mound. Jack Brindley and Braxton Pearson for Georgetown, phenomenal. To hold a Magnolia West team to, well, they did get 8 hits, but to hold a team like that to literally to no runs is incredible. And then again, Zach Wall, the young man that threw for Magnolia West. So impressed with that young man. So impressed with the job that he did.
And it's good that he was the Houston Chronicle Player of the Week last week in their series last week. And he showed today out here why he should be honored.
Well, at no point in time did Magnolia West not compete in this game, either Game 1, Game 2, or Game 3, but in no way, shape, or form did they not compete today. Loaded the bases back. I believe it was in the 5th inning. I don't have it right in front of me, but Braxton Pearson did an outstanding job to coax the fly ball to left field to snuff out that rally. And outside of that, Braxton came back out 6th and 7th inning and was stellar to send your Eagles on the way. So you can look at this ball club all the way. Again, you just can't say enough about Adam Foster, Dusty Brindley, and Jordan Vieira. Adam touched on it so much, the love that they have for one another, the effort that they put together, the preparation they put together, and these kids rewarded not only their coaching staff, but they just rewarded their community with this with fine, outstanding 1-0 victory.
Hey, Dennis?
Yes, sir.
What do you think about the fact that we didn't have to use Reese Grimes in this series, and he's extremely well-rested, and several of our other pitchers are pretty well-rested too going into Thursday and Saturday, because we've got 1 game Thursday, 1 game Saturday, and not having to pull up Reese Grimes, that may be big.
Well, it was huge, and I'm not going to lie to you that each of us up here thought we would probably see Reese in the top of the 7th inning with a 1-0 lead, the perfect save opportunity for your closer. But when Braxton came out and got the first out, you could tell the demeanor of Georgetown and that Eagle defense on the field was sky high, and the shoulders began to shrug on the side of the Mustangs. Reese was warm. He was ready to go in the bullpen. It could have been one hitter at a time. We'll never know. But you're right. Not having to use Reese in this was interesting, to tell you the truth, because you can't imagine playing a 3-game series and never seeing Reese Grimes.
Exactly.
But in this particular case, Jack did such a wonderful job through his 4 innings, and then Braxton was just stellar. I mean, he just came in and got it done.
You could feel it down here on the field. The crowd that showed up was so energetic. And when Braxton got hot, he was feeding off of the crowd. That made a huge difference in the outcome of this game. That young man, he's going to be a senior next year, just finished up his junior year. So there's some youth there. And I know he felt that crowd.
Absolutely.
And he just started firing them off.
Absolutely, David, and that's momentum that we talk about all the time. When the momentum shifts your way and the crowd gets excited, you get excited. Even spoke a couple of times that it looked to me like Braxton actually picked up a little bit of miles an hour on a couple of pitches as he came with it. So, yes, great observation. Great job by this entire Eagle community, but this Eagle ball club on the field today. A 1-0 victory over Magnolia West. Rob's joined us back in the press box here, so we will go back to Rob to let him wrap this thing up for us, and we'll get ready to come home with a region finalist heading to the state championship.
Hey, guys, great job on the post game here. I know some of those video down there, Nathan was telling me we lost some of the signal, but we still got the audio, so we apologize for that. But definitely wanted to talk to all the coaches. We'll wrap this one up quickly because Nathan and I got to hit the road down way outside of Beaumont in southeast Texas and Colesville, so we got another game to cover down there. But, man, can't be more proud of these Eagles, Dennis. I've been covering them for about 4 years now here on SHN, or 3 years, and, man, love this group. Love these coaches. I say the word love a lot, man, because it's a big word to me, and you got to love on people. That's what we're about in life, and I got to tell you, this is a community that has just shown so much love over the years, and a great place, Georgetown, Texas, and this is our kids' moment right now. They're out here playing ball. This is their moment, their time. We're expecting big things in that state tournament, and we need Georgetown to show up and break another attendance record at the Dell Diamond.
Absolutely, we do. And to go back and talk just a moment about this ball club is one that's been businesslike all the way. Fell 2-1 Thursday night. Coach Foster told you in the post-game interview, we'll simply come back and get after them Friday night and then do everything we need to do on Saturday. And both those things the kids were able to perform and do. A team that has this goal all year long. Team set goals to go to state all the time. This is a team that had all the tools, has all the parts, all the pieces, and they set themselves a goal to go to the state championship and to win this thing, to be perfectly honest with you. And they have simply fulfilled the next step of that job. So,
well, we don't know the details yet. We do know that it'll be somebody, either Colleyville Heritage or Lubbock Monterey. It could be Corsicana. They advanced. It could be Sherryland Pioneer. We don't know yet. Those Sherryland Pioneer has advanced and Corsicana has already advanced. That's Region 2 and 4. We're still waiting on the results from the Colleyville Heritage Monterey. As soon as we have that information, I'm sure EFND Baseball will post that on Twitter. We'll retweet it. Again, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You'll know when we go live. Unfortunately, in the state tournament, it will be audio only, but we will paint the picture up here with Dennis Allman and Galen Welnicki, also David England. We will make sure that you know what that field is like and how beautiful it is. But tonight, a great one for Georgetown. Appreciate you guys. Dennis Allman, Galen Welnicki, you guys are unbelievable. Thank you for the mentorship and, more importantly, for the commitment to this Georgetown community. Appreciate Nathan Hyde as well, David England, and all of our wonderful SHN family. Last, of course, certainly not least, Joshua Harris, Kelly Duvall, who also helped us this season. Looking for a couple of more victories to get that state title. Remember, friends, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there this afternoon needs you. One final time, your happy final score. Georgetown, your 2019 regional final champions. We'll move on to the state championship. 1-0 the victory today versus a very quality Magnolia West team. Good afternoon, and God bless from College Station, Texas.
2019 Georgetown Eagle Regional Final Baseball on SHN Sports, made possible in part by A1 Smartphone and Tablet Repair, Bob Holt, author of the book Cowboy, Brennan Remodeling, Central Texas Business Association, Courtney Home Inspections, Gateway Mortgage Group, Georgetown Interstate Transmission and Auto Repair, Georgetown Jewelry, Home Away from Home Pet Care, Ida Edwards, Realtor, Joel and Jackie Holcomb of Advocare, Mahan Roofing, Minuteman Press of Georgetown, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Program Insurance Group, and Specialty Restoration of Texas. Thank you for your generous support of Georgetown Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports.